Hi, welcome back guys. This is your friend, the What If Guy, back with another fanfiction. This is the first part of What If Issei was the part of Allied forces. Now before starting, please give this video a like, and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. Now let's get into the fanfic. Allied base of Japanese forces, Japan. January 1st, 2019. Climate, sunny, regular winds. Time, afternoon. At a base of operations, a group of desperate officers are seen looking at the map of Japan with red dots, while they are with computers trying to call and contact someone there. It was bad news. Alert in the capital of Tokyo. Shadow Squad, respond. Shadow, we have no contact with the President of Japan. Then a knock is heard on the table and an operator, by the name of Kazuku Moida, was with the phone and in shock. A coup d'etat during the treaty. What? The geography of Japan appears, then showing the countries of Asia and North America. A rebel coup has occurred on an Asian continent, on the west side of South Korea and far from the east of the United States, known as Japan. For years, we have suffered a fall of cities and civilians after the Vahalia War, but now in 2018, we are ready to face world powers, Russia and the USA. Then he focuses on the map of Japan, where he is seen in southern Japan painted blue and northern red. But nevertheless, a group of people from the south have called for support and reinforcement of U.S. forces. The people of the north denied, saying what they could ruin their country, but pitifully those of the south have accepted the help of the superpower of America, making those of the north angry and voting against this act, but to no avail. Japan appears with several red dots as a sign of impending attacks, then a scene of soldiers and tanks attacking Tokyo is shown. On the day that the pact with the United States was signed, many people feared that this support was an overexploitation and abuse of authority, on top of a tragedy like that of the asteroid Ulysses. They have begun a coup d'etat against the country by attacking and seizing the arsenal of the military, starting an endless struggle to overthrow those who asked the Americans for help. But that caused them to also attack civilian areas and peaceful cities in it, which the United States and other countries have launched air and ground support to fix this problem. Then a scene from the sky is shown a group of F-15, MiG-31, F-16, Su-37, F-14, Su-47, Su-57 and MiG-144. The Americans thought they would win, but a group of expert rebel aces, combined with a group of potential countries, have repelled all Allied reinforcements, causing the United States to withdraw from the country, breaking the treaty. We thought this would end, but they only just started. In some flags, first appears from Japan, and above was the flag of the Allied forces, which is white and blue, with about 3 arrows and surrounded by yellow stars. In response to the rebel offensive, Southern forces have created their own Allied forces group and initiated Operation Fighter's Honor. You have been chosen to be in the Dragoness squad. The pilot's helmet appears on a table, with an emblem of a dragon, with the name of DRAGONUS inscribed. We cannot allow this war to wipe out everyone fast and defeat the rebel forces. We trust you, Issei Hayaudu. In a hangar with the doors open, a pilot goes to his F-16, who climbs up and closes his cockpit to take off and leave the hangar. Dragoness 1, launch. The plane disappears into a bright light, followed by the end of a loud chorus. In the corridors to get to the operating room, nothing else was Issei Hayaudu. A 19-year-old pilot, who only finished his training, is sent as the last pilot of the Allied forces of South Japan, where he was ready to start his first mission. His appearance is a little thin, he is not very muscular, he wore brown bristly hair, his eyes were green with the appearance of a raging dragon, and nothing else had a neutral expression. He wasn't a normal pilot or just anyone. He was a pilot with a difficult past, even having trouble socializing with anyone. No one wanted to ask about him, not even talking about his past. Something was hidden from the boy, and then he came to the operating room to start the day. In the operations room, there were only a few military and personal people. Then he saw his operator, Kazuku Moida, who was ready to start the report. Then the soldiers and officers sat down, as did Issei. Then the operator began to give his report. D-Drag, okay. Are they all? Perfect. Lights going out, the white screen starts making the squadron's logo and then focusing on Japan, then gives a map of the islands. D-Drag, welcome to the Amakusa's Islands, what we have left of the Allied forces. My name is Kazuku Moida, but I can be called by my AWACS operator acronym, D-Drag. We now understand the situation that is happening to all of us. A map is shown on some islands, where the ladder in the background appears as a blue sign saying base. The rebels will attempt to bomb our last defensive base after a massive loss and withdrawal from our previous bases. We better get ready because the 225 and 295 will destroy us right away. There are 3 red arrows saying bomber and orange, escort. By the way, due to our total loss of squadrons and pilots, we have recruited those we have left in reserve. Then there is an emblem of a red dragon spitting flames, and on the badge, a few letters below say DRAGONUS. It's Dragoness, from Unit 3718th Air. Our pilot today is Issei Hayaudu, and his emblem is the same as the pilot badge. Now fast. We will not allow bombers to reach our base. They can withdraw. End of music and information, lights coming on. Then everyone started moving quickly to start their posts. Issei had to go to the 5D hangar to fly at once. Amakusa's Islands, Japan. January 10, 2012. A red F-16, but with green lines and tails, was leaving the hangar while mechanics and soldiers began to clear the runway for the Falcon to take off quickly for interception. DRAGON-US Squadron, 37th Air Force, 18th Fighter Wing, JSDF, South Allied Forces, SAHYDOUOU. Within minutes, the Falcon was ready to take off. Control Tower, Dragon S1, you have permission to land. Issei received Tora, and the Falcon's engine started making takeoff sounds and started moving, then raised to 250 feet and raised the landing lever. Control Tower, Dragon S1, altitude restriction cancelled. Go on your mission, good luck. Issei, thank you, Control. The red F-16 degrees Celsius began to go for its targets. The F-16 degrees Celsius was heading north, where it was seeing that the bombers were arriving as such, intelligence said. D-Drag, Dragon S1, Issei. Do you receive me? Issei, loud and clear, AWACS. D-Drag, well, it's time to start the party. D-Drag, there are 3 groups of bombers heading to the base. They also come with escorts, so be prepared. They have 2 F-4Es on escort, so stay alert. So Issei went to see what was on his radar. 2 orange arrows indicated the fighter jets, while the red one indicated the target, which is a Tu-25. D-Drag, there they are. Good luck. And the F-16 went head-on to the F-4E, giving it a standard missile attached to one of the escorts. Rebel pilot, what? Issei, Fox 2. He launched a standard missile, which destroyed the F-4E and set it on fire. Rebel bomber, we lost an escort. Care. D-Drag, first takedown, go to the next one. And Issei managed to shoot down another F-4E with only machine guns. Rebel bomber, shit, we are easy targets. So did you. Issei thought and used his machine gun cannon to destroy the Tu-25, who could do nothing against an F-16. D-Drag, this is how it is done, continue with the other escort. Then he saw on his radar 2 orange arrows and 2 red arrows. The 2 red ones said Tu-25, and the orange tree said MiG-21. D-Drag, Issei, hit the escort first, the bombers can wait. Rebel squad, it is the one that knocked down the first escort, beware. Then his companion said, Rebel squad, distract him, and I'm going for him. But before they could make a move, a missile hit one of the MiGs. Rebel pilot, shit. And they began a 25-second duel that concluded when Issei fired an accurate shot into the cockpit, killing the pilot and causing the MiG to fall into the sea. Rebel bomber, shit. We have lost another escort. And the bombers suffered the same fate as the first. Issei, another escort less. D-Drag, well, Issei, now it's our turn to clean up what we have left. But be careful, this escort knows your movements well, so think fast and keep it to your best. Issei, received. On his radar were 4 orange arrows and 2 red arrows. I knew it was the red ones, other 295 seconds, but the orange one said Ya-27. What he lacked. It's not going to be easy. Rebel squad, look, it's the one that shot down the 2 bodyguards. But his other companion laughed at this. Squadron, it's just a Falcon. We can fight against him. He remembered the movements of the JAS. They are fast and, in their role, bombers. But with their SAAMs, they were dangerous in dogfights. So he thought and went to chase one of them, first with the missiles and then with the machine guns to destroy him. Rebel pilot, shit, we were wrong. Then Issei activated his XMAS to shoot at the 3 JAS, but one hit him, knocking him down. The others escaped to joust, leaving 2. Rebel pilot, who is this guy? It is impossible for one to bring us down so quickly. But the 2 baffled did not realize that another XMAA was released and given to one of the Ya-27 seconds. Rebel pilot, that dragon emblem. Red paint. There was only one left. Rebel pilot, OSHT. And the pilot tried his best to shoot down Issei, but unfortunately, the Falcon cannon neutralized his engine, and he was then hit by a missile. Goodbye, you bastard. Issei thought. Rebel bomber, damn it. Start withdrawal, I repeat, start withdrawal. But the remaining bombers were destroyed. He then went to his base while his operator told him over the radio. D-Drag, all the bombers were shot down, I don't see any more contacts. Mission accomplished. Return to base. Issei, received. And the F-16 arrives at the runway, where it opens its landing gear. Control tower, Issei, clean winds, everything in order. Get ready to land. The landing was perfect. I parked his plane in one of the cleared hangars and turned off his engines. Control tower, by Issei. That has been for today. You can rest. He opened the cockpit of the plane, getting off a ladder with mechanics and soldiers, and then headed to the operations center. In the operations center, D-Drag, you did well. The rebels failed to bomb the base, but I fear that they may take another offensive, so we will keep the situation alert. That's all, Issei. You can retire. After his work routine, which was to eat his portion and go out for a while to look at the sea and the skies, he returned to his room after his work. Issei stood on his bed, staring at the ceiling. He remembered the pilot's words. I've been away from Tokyo for months and weeks, without my parents, friends, and citizens, or not killed by the intervention of that bitch. But in a few moments, he began to close his eyes and feel tired. The only thing he could hear in his mind was don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep. Don't worry, but sleep won him over. During that dream, Issei was sleeping and suffering nightmares. They will never ask what kind of nightmares you have, but the only thing you can hear and see in your dreams is this. Because you abandoned us. I watched as a MiG-21 crashed at the base. You burn in hell. Green eyes. This sea garbage. Red hair. I thought you would fight like us. Parachuting while falling to the ground of an island rubbish. And all the time, he saw images of Tokyo in flames, and all the people he loved so much in the north were his enemies, with eyes crying blood and faces in rage or zeal. Issei Hayato was from the north but took refuge in the south when he saw how many dear people, friends and family, were massacred by the bastards and starving cowards of the rebels, who did not want to accept support from the United States. He felt bad, but with anger, because I was not going to allow them to continue everything. Moreover, he mentioned in his dreams a certain Rias, about which he did not want to talk to anyone about that subject. Many officers know the history of him, but never of that name, despite the attempts to help him through talks and with personal doctors, he never said it. He didn't want to reveal the reason for that. While Issei was in the dining room having breakfast and strolling around the base and sea, that was his free time, because he used to play or chat with his friends, but since he was living in the south, his schedule and free time had changed. Then his operator appeared. D-Drag, Issei. I stopped looking at the sea to see its operator. Issei, yes. D-Drag, to the operations center. We have another mission. Issei, okay. And he quickly left along with him to see the report. In the operations center, as always, lights off and screens coming on, again, a new mission. D-Drag, is everyone here? Ready? In Ryohoku, our spies managed to capture a base and kill all the personnel there. A blue base is shown, saying base captured. The bad thing is that they launched a big alarm that the rebels have had to launch transports and helicopters for a cleanup and recovery. Times 5 red arrows appear in the center of Ryohoku, pointing at the Allied base. We have to stop them. I have seen that this time the escort is composed of eagles and fulcrums. Let's go fast, we will not allow the base to be recovered. Issei, go quickly meet at Ryohoku Air Base and shoot them down. End of music and information, lights coming on. So Issei was quick to save that base. Left over the Allied Air Base, Ryohoku, January 13, 2012. The F-16 managed to reach its destination, then saw in the north of its radar the rebel transports and helicopters along with the escorts. D-Drag, well, Issei, this should turn out. The rebels will be arriving soon. Then Issei looks at the radar and realizes that they are coming fast. 5 contacts. D-Drag, Issei, this time it will not be first to the escort and then to the transports or helicopter. Go against the 2, but don't miss a beat. Issei, yes. Then he went quickly towards the group. He saw that it was 6 eagles. Rebel squadron, guys, the Air Force. And the other comrade answered. Rebel squad, hey idiots, it's just a fighter. What are they planning? That you can't, you idiot. And he started chasing the first F-15, which shot him down in 3 seconds. Rebel squad, it's attacking us. Go for it. Rebel squad, transport, we will take care of the fighter, you get ready for the assault. Rebel transport, received escort, finish against that fighter. Then Issei made another maneuver and attacked an F-15. Rebel squad, it gave me. And he saw you, making another takedown. Rebel squad, shit, guys, get ready, this guy doesn't mince words. D-Drag, Issei, you will have to use your special moves against them. I hope you know how to do it. Issei, okay, here we go. He then reversed his speed and gave a 45-degree angle to be behind one of the F-15CS. Rebel squad, it's behind me. And he saw on his HUD fire. D-Drag, now. And I knock one down. Rebel squad, damn. To all the rest, watch out for. He saw that the transports were soon approaching their destination. Oh no, not you, Issei thought. And it begins to shoot down the 5, one with the standard missiles and one with the plane's machine gun. Enemy pilot, shit, don't let him. But Issei made another maneuver and threw 4 XMAS, 3 to the remaining eagles, who then went up in flames, and 1 to the transport. Rebel transport, shit, I didn't expect this. Issei, of course you were expecting it. And I destroyed transport. D-Drag, Issei, we're not done. There are 2 groups left. 4 CH-47 and 3 fulcrums. Issei, okay. I select their special weapons and throw the 4 XMAS at the helicopters that were shot down quickly. Rebel squad, shit. Rebel squad, don't let him escape. Fire. But unfortunately, after a 1-minute fight, the fulcrums did not come out of it alive. D-Drag, an escort is missing. 2 degrees Celsius 1 and 2 eagles. This will be easy. Upon arrival, he threw 2 XMAS to the eagles, who did not react in time. Rebel transport, shit. With his own mind, well, good night, rebels. I knocked down all transports without hesitation. The radar was clean. Then his operator spoke to him on the radio. D-Drag, excellent, Issei. We have secured the area, and with that, the rebels will not be able to recover their base. We got it. Now you have permission to be able to. But he was interrupted when he saw new contacts on his radar. D-Drag, speaking soon. Issei, what happened? D-Drag was silent until he made a sound of frustration and said, D-Drag, body of approaching elites. From the south. Issei was furious. He realized that these elite bodies were just his friends in Japan, now they are enemies. Now all I could do was look where they were coming from and fight. 8 Fahrenheit 14 we were approaching the point where the trail of the transports was lost. Their appearances of the F-14 were that they had yellow wings and tails, the body orange, and at the tips of the planes, a phoenix red but with eyes crying black blood. FENIX Squadron Rebel Forces, JSDF, part of the 18th Squadron, 5th Air Unit. Razor Phoenix. Phoenix Squadron, Razor-sama, our target is the fighter that is attacking our allied forces. And the leader laughs. Razor, yes, we've heard. Apparently, someone is interfering with our plans. Let us teach them who rules in heaven. No one is going to stop us. And all 8 F-14 seconds are launched at full speed. D-Drag, Issei 8 Tomcats, equipped with LOMs, are approaching. Issei, shit, it's Razor. I thought that was expelled. D-Drag, get ready for your first battle. We can't lose in this one, you have to try. Issei, okay. And he saw that the 8 Tomcats were approaching. Razor, oh wow, but it's little Issei. Phoenix Squadron, now. Issei's alarm made him panic. 8 LAMs had fixed him to them, so he used his flares to be able to fool the missiles. Phoenix Squad, bastard. He evaded our missiles. Without wasting time, he approached one of the Tomcats to fix it. Phoenix Squadron, have me in range. Issei, take this. And 2 standard missiles destroyed the F-14. Phoenix Squadron, AAH, Razor-sama, salva explosions and interference. Razor, are you going to get away with yours, you damn bastard? Issei, you're the worst, Razor. Let's see if you can beat a falcon. Razor, you'll pay for it. And the 7 formed an arrow line to raise the altitude. D-Drag, beware, Issei. They're going to start their special attack. Razor, FENIX Squad. Throw your wings. Phoenix Squadron, to victory. And they launched another wave of LAAMs, but Issei managed to evade them all. Razor, how come that bastard could have been so lucky? Taking advantage of the fact that they are scattered, I attacked 2 F-14 seconds, one with a cannon and one with missiles. Phoenix Squad, shit. 2 of ours have fallen. Razor, how dare you hurt my girls? You don't know when it took me to take care of them and love them. Issei, that would be if you could do this. And a missile hit Razor's F-14, which made the fight angry. Razor, you'll be a scumbag. But while he was distracted by Razor, Issei didn't realize an F-14A was pinning him. Phoenix Squad, Fox DOS. But Issei noticed and made an evasive maneuver. Phoenix Squad, shit. And I knocked down the one who was behind him. Razor, I won't let you get away. Not after what you did to us. Issei, well, give it a try. Looking at his strategy, he saw that there were only 3 Fahrenheit 14 seconds left in the area, so he went to one of Razor's companions to avoid one more special attack. Phoenix Squadron, you have fixed me. And without thinking, he gave it 2 standard missiles. Phoenix Squadron, missile, not pew explosions and interference. Phoenix Squad, only Razor remained. Razor, that bastard. Let's form elements. Phoenix Squad, okay. Not if I get in the way. Seeing that he had few XMAS left, he launched with everything he had, including his special missiles, and with it, he managed to shoot down one of the F-14AS. Phoenix Squad, shit. Why explosions and interference. Razor, my squad ... damn you brat, now if you made me angry. Throwing several LAAMs, only one of them damaged Issei's right wing, who made a bad play for him. Issei, shit. Razor, now we're the same. But nevertheless, he could still fly despite the damage. Attempting to raise the altitude to catch up with his opponent, he managed to get to Razor, and with only 1 cannon from his plane, he completed his share of the damage. Razor, I'm falling. Shit. Then the Tomcat's cockpit opened, and a seat came out of there. We look bastards. Issei thought after seeing the Tomcat fall into flames and explode. Mission accomplished. The sky was clear. D-Drag, you've done well, Issei. The rebel squad has been shot down. But in your future missions, you can see about it. So we'll be careful. Issei, yes. Allied Air Base, Ryohoku, January 13, 2012. Issei opened the landing gear lever while listening to his operator, who had landed first. Kazuku, Issei, prepare your landing controls. That's it, you can land. The F-16°C landed perfectly, although it had damage to the right wing. It was going to be said that he has a problem now. How will he fly? Kazuku, wow, if that wing will cause you trouble. Don't worry, go to the hangar, maybe some people will give you some support. In the hangar, leaving the place parked, he began to see that his right wing was severely damaged. But the mechanic saw the problem and said, Allied mechanic, oh, don't worry about that. We have good news. When your plane is repaired, you will have a MiG-29 replacing the Falcon. Issei, thank you. Allied mechanic, that's it, you can retire. And he left the hangar. He saw from afar the airstrip the Allies arriving from their transports and helicopters as much as possible to be able to establish their new base. Meanwhile, he took a chair and began to listen to one of his favorite songs. Issei stood there, listening alone, looking at the infinite sky. Ryohoku Air Base, January 19, 2012. Issei was practicing hard with the MiG-29. Although it is the Type D, it is very complicated to use since the Type D uses QAAMs and SAAMs missiles to act like fighter planes, not like the B or C. After a few minutes of testing, he went to the operating room to see his new mission. Issei looked at the map of Japan together with D-Drag to see what mission they had. Until the AWACS idea I mentioned, I was suicidal. D-Drag, let's take back Kumamoto. Issei, you're kidding, aren't you? D-Drag, no kidding. Thanks to your advances, you are ready to penetrate the heart of the rebels, Kumamoto. Issei, why? D-Drag, if we attack Kumamoto quickly, we can gain more ground and get more positions. We also made attack lures in Minamishimabara and Kami Amakusa, with which we can reach Kumamoto without problems. But if we go to other missions there, things will be complicated, and we will start from scratch. Issei, I see. But how will we plan to get there? D-Drag, on aircraft carriers. So we'd better start packing. Issei, where will we get an aircraft carrier? D-Drag, after capturing the base, we managed to storm some shipyards near our base, where enemy ships were located, which we managed to capture and get the crew to surrender. Issei, good job, so let's go. D-Drag, quick, I have to go eat. And then they left to go to the aircraft carrier. Aircraft Carrier Kestrel 2, Rio Shirakawa, January 22, 2012. Issei wasn't kidding. He was looking at the tower of the aircraft carrier Kestrel 2, the fortress of Kumamoto. It used to be a city, but now you see a lot of smoke from fire. It hurt him to see what Japan was going through in the possession of the rebels. Then D-Drag came and said to him, D-Drag, we are ready. Issei, let's quickly go to the room. Issei said no more and stopped seeing what hurt in his eyes. This time, the lights were on and D-Drag gave the report. D-Drag, well, I'll give you the situation. The screen fixes the map of Kumamoto Fortress. We are preparing a rapid attack on Kumamoto so we can expand our recovery in terrain. And in several cities there are few red dots saying barricades and resistance and blue dots advance, and in the middle there is a red castle saying fortress. Our goal is to quickly reach the center of Kumamoto Castle so we can take and reclaim the fortress. But it will not be easy since we will need to clear the 5 paths, A, B, C, D, and E. In the blue dots, they make a tour of the streets and bridges to fix the castle. If we achieve this, we can gain more space and be able to start the assault on Tokyo. Dragoness, we're counting on you. End of music. So Issei soon headed to the hangar to begin the mission. Kumamoto's Fortress, Kumamoto, January 21, 2012. Issei looked at what the operation said. 5 points fixed blue saying A, B, C, D, and E. They were ready to move to the red dot that said Fortress. D-Drag, well, Issei, here's the plan. You'll have to destroy the barricades on all roads for allies to reach the fortress. Once there, you will destroy the castle gate, and we will have a victory. So Issei thought. He had only QAAMs, so he had to use the alternative plan, his plane's machine gun. Like an unexpected flight, he threw himself at the first rebel barricade and began to destroy everything. Rebel soldier, shit, we're being attacked. Rebel soldier, who? Rebel soldier, it's the dragon of the Allied forces. And he destroyed the first barricade, which alerted all the allies to move and start the operation. Allied soldier, we are starting the operation for the castle. Allied soldier, come on, guys, it's crunch time. And the blue dots started moving. Allied soldier, help, we are having high resistance. Then Issei went to destroy the barricade of the rebels and raised the first barricade he destroyed. Team A, thank you. I am the Allied advance party, keep going. Issei, you're welcome, a team. And I listened to another broadcast from Eurowax. D-Drag, Issei, Group C is being attacked. Team C, here, the resistance is great, we ask for support now. The MiG-29D left position A and went to position C, but just as he was going to make a ground attack, he saw missiles approaching him. D-Drag, missiles, Evadilos. Issei made a 360-degree turn, moving to the right, evading the missiles, and then attacking the barricade. Rebel soldier, shit, they're moving forward. Rebel soldier, bring the helicopters. D-Drag, Issei, they are bringing in the easy targets, the A-64. He began to tremble. Those helicopters were not only for ground targets but could also counter fighters. Rebel helicopter, we are here, what is the situation? Rebel soldier, we are suffering casualties. A fighter is destroying our posts. Rebel helicopter, don't worry, we'll stop you. Another mistake of theirs, Issei launched his QAAMs against the A-64 seconds, and they were shot down in less than 2 seconds. He then began destroying the barricade. Team C, thanks for the support. We continue to move forward. D-Drag, Issei, you have 2 chances. Team E is ready to reach the bridge, but 3A have cornered him, and Team B is being stopped by the enemy barricade. Decide. Issei did not hesitate. He threw his 3 QAAMs at the AHs, neutralizing them. Then he went to destroy the barricade, blocking Team B. Rebel soldier, shit, coming. The barricade did not last a single second. Everything was destroyed, like a dragon's breath sweeping everything away. D-Drag, keep it up. Wait, and D need help. They are being cornered. Team A, here, Team A, we are suffering intense fire. Team D, here, the D team, the helicopters do not let us advance. He had to take Road D, as helicopters were like fairground ducks. Without mercy, he launched 2 QAAMs that managed to destroy the helicopters. Team D, thank you. Then it was for A, who raised the barricade again with the machine gun, which managed to destroy the defense. Rebel soldier, damn Allied forces. Rebel soldier, we need those elite corps now. D-Drag, Issei, we are coming to the fortress soon. But before invading, first destroy their tanks and bunkers, and then go through the door. Go flying as fast as an eagle and raise everything like a tiger. Good a wax poem. Issei thought and looked at his map. He saw that there were multiple red dots saying tanks and bunkers. Then he saw Kumamoto Castle, and he was already yearning to destroy the entrance. He started first with his normal missiles to destroy the tanks, then with his machine gun he managed to destroy the bunkers little by little, which the rebels were not surprised by. Rebel soldier, shit, that plane is riddling us. Rebel soldier, how can a pilot destroy our defenses? Rebel soldier, we will not hold out in time, we will be finished. Rebel soldier, as long as the door is still closed, they won't take it. Not if I do. While he continued to destroy the tanks, which were already destroyed, he continued to strafe the bunkers, which then spewed smoke from their entrances. Team A, they clarified our way. Let's go. Team C, it's the door. It's time, guys. Team D, open the door. D. Drag, Issei, we're here. Destroy the door, and well, I'll have it. Make way, here I come. Issei thought with great joy, and with a single missile, he destroyed the gate of the fortress. It was already a liberated city. Rebel soldier, shit. Kumamoto, lost. Rebel soldier, we failed. Interference. Allied soldier, let's go in, take up positions, and put up the flag of the Allies. We have taken Kumamoto. And the other soldiers jump for joy, and D-Drag informs Issei. D-Drag, good job, Issei, we have released Kumamoto. Now that we can go back, we have to remove the Baidio of. Damn, Issei, we have company. 3 contacts on the east. Issei despaired. He realized that now he had to face his friends again, and he acknowledged the 3 contacts. They said there was a Su-37 with the name of. 3 Su-37 Terminators were arriving at the rendezvous point. Their colors were like zebras, and they carried in their emblems a kind of prisoner. Prison Squad 55 New Romanian Luth Air Force, Aggression Corps, 7th Air Division. Mary, so, we have a contact. Prison 2, they have said that Kumamoto has been captured. Mary, I know. Mako and Hana. Yes, Mary, go for them. And they dispersed to fight the MiG-24D. D-Drag, Issei, remember how it happened to you against Razor. Use your skills and finish them. This time it's like a lightning battle, you have only 6 minutes to finish them. Issei, okay. And then he went full speed against the squadron, and he sees in his time limit 5:45 minutes. Mary, well, Dragoncito, you just earned your way to jail. Prison Squadron, go for the. Bursts of XLAA were hurled at him. Oh, please, this could get worse. He thought and managed to evade those missiles, then went for one of them, sneaking back. Prison Squadron, I have one behind me. Mary, Hana, be careful, don't miss the training. It was too late. Issei managed to quickly take him down with a burst of machine guns. Prison Squadron, interference. Mary, Hana has fallen. Son of a bitch. Mako, Plan B, distract him, and I'll go get him. Prison 2, agree, Mary. Then the two did the fleeting throw technique, first making the 2 Terminators go quickly against the Super Fulcrum, but one of them broke the formation to get ahead. Mary, now. And the Su-37 behind Issei damaged him quickly. Issei, fuck, not again. D-Drag, Issei, you are suffering damage, you reached 67%. That infuriated him, so he made an evasive maneuver against the Su-37 and began to give it an aerial duel, which was not going to be so easy. Prison 2 has me in range. Mary, Mako, quick. But for this one, I can't tell the tale. A missile hit her engines, and then a volley of bullets hit her right wing. Prison 2, shit, interference. Mary, my team. Echo in. Dust, you're going to pay for it, stupid dragon. The last Su-37 was not like the others. She threw herself in full fury at Issei, who was again damaged. D-Drag, Issei, damage 86%. Issei, I can't, she's fast. Mary, that's true. And faster, as you will have your ticket to hell, son of a bitch. Issei, not if I liberate my country and my world first, shitty illusionist. And he made a very strange maneuver that nobody did. He turned his plane in midair, turning off its engines, and then turned them back on to give him a final blow that she did not expect. Issei, now try to go to hell with this. And boom, a missile is given on target. Mary, you won't be able to defeat Hera. D-Drag, well done, Issei. We have succeeded, although now we have to clean up other problems. But for now, return to base. We have won a break. Issei, thank you, God. D-Drag, hey, at least help you in this operation. Issei, right, you owe me one. And the two laughed for a while. Aircraft Carrier Kestrel 2, Rio Shirakawa, January 22, 2012. Issei was sleeping in his bed. He hadn't slept because of the intense journey and battle he had. He had remembered what he said, he will never surrender until Japan is liberated. For now, I was just sleeping and suffering another dream. A transport helicopter arrived on the carrier with 2 new pilots with their characteristics. One of them is female, hairy, violet eyes, wore glasses, age 18. His appearance was flat and with a cold personality. The other was white-haired, blue-eyed, age 19, and a little like Issei, only he was a little muscular and had a funny personality. They were new pilots for the Dragonist Squadron. It was shown in an elegant white castle with AA cannons in the towers and a group of soldiers guarding the castle. This castle was nothing more than the fortress of the rebels. A castle of the Gremory. There was a hearing on the new weapon they are going to release, the Liberty One. And this day we will let this weapon of mass destruction succeed in destroying the pathetic allies. And so spoke Ria's Gremory, queen of the city of Tokyo, known as the capital of Gremory. A year passed when Japan was attacked by Valahia in 2010, which left Japan devastated and impoverished by the terrorist attack. But although we managed to recover, we had a problem worse than the attack. A Su-32, F-117, and Tu-25 bomber attack appears in Tokyo, and several buildings are on fire. Japan was divided into two states, North and South, and nothing went well or satisfied with this. Those in the South had weapons problems and scarce resources, so they had to ask for reinforcement from the United States. Although the North capriciously did not want to accept that aid, since that would damage their economy and balance of the country. Many people also from the North did not agree with that, and then a total chaos was armed that provoked a coup d'etat for the whole country of Japan. I wonder, why am I seeing this every day? And a reporter in a hotel is writing the story of the Japanese Civil War on his laptop. It still hurts to say it, but why does this war not end? Let someone take me out of this nightmare. While you see the White Castle with its lights on, because the state of the weather was pure night, I still can't take that castle out of sight. If they were to see that castle and try to tear it down, everything goes black. They had to face the Crimson Princess and her elite group. Hell, like it's easy at that. I am waiting for the saviors of the South to stop this madness once and for all. And an F-14D appears with the emblem of a dragon flying in the sky. Aircraft Carrier Kestrel 2, Shirakawa River, January 23, 2012. After the mission of capturing Kumamoto Fortress, he realized that his F-16°C and MiG 29D were no longer in his hangar. Issei asked the mechanics why his two remaining planes were not there, and one of them answered for new recruits, which changed his two planes for an F-14D, and Issei had no choice but to be with the Tomcat. Meanwhile, D-Drag was reporting on the decoy attacks of Minamishimabara and Kamiyamakusa, which were not going well at all. But nevertheless, they managed to recover things and information from the two attacks, saying that there was a secret weapon called Liberty 1, which they did not like. But they left in those two attacks a few things: radar systems hidden in houses and a group of oil to destroy. It was not good news. D-Drag, well, Issei, I think we have problems from both attacks. Issei, bye. D-Drag, apparently, they have deployed a supergigantic weapon, which we will have to stop, so we have cited plans in two parts, in Minamishimabara and Kamiyamakusa, but unfortunately, our forces only managed to get half of the plans. Unfortunately, the rebels also have other key points that we will have to destroy. But here comes the worst: we will have to decide the classic coin toss to decide which mission, heads or seals. Well, here we go. Then the operator took out a coin that had two sides, one with an angelic shape and full of white feathers, which said with the letter A, and the other side of the coin, a burning shape and with meteorites falling. The side B, it was going to be a classic decision. D-Drag threw the coin, and then it started to fall on the table, starting to turn and see what face came out. Inside it fell. Issei, well, what's left? D-Drag scored Minamishimabara. D-Drag, the destruction of radars. Come to the operations center as soon as possible. Retire. Issei, sir. But before he left, I asked one thing. Issei, by the way, why did they remove my F-16°C and MiG 29D from my hangar? D-Drag, apparently we have support, but nevertheless, the information is classified, so I can't say anything about the details. All they told me was that you would have no use for those planes, and they would replace them with the F-14D. Issei, I understand. Then he left there and just went to rest. After a few minutes of rest, you see the operations center. I had to take another massive flight. And when he sat down, he saw two new people, a woman with a short black hairstyle, violet eyes, a thin shape, and blue eyes, noticing his cold gaze at the screen. And the other was a man with short white hair and blue eyes. His shape was similar to his, and he had a funny look. But what was interesting were her emblems. The girl had an emblem of a princess with her purple hair shining, and the boy had a dragon, but his color was white. A princess and a dragon. What kind of emblems are those? Tenso Issei. Then the lights went out, and everyone looked at the screen. D-Drag came in, and the screen started showing Japan. D-Drag, all set. Perfect. And the map began to focus on the Minamishimabara part. D-Drag, we are all working on a bigger problem. The rebel forces have hired the Alliance, an elite group of our boys from the south, but unfortunately they have gone to the side of the north, aka the same rebels I mentioned. And an emblem appears from a sharp sword, saying Alliance. D-Drag, and they're going to deploy the old aircraft carrier, the Liberty 1, which this superweapon is going to make a nightmare for us, which we will have to stop. But there are two key points, and we can only go to one of them. And the map was fixed to Minamishimabara. D-Drag, Sierra and Minamishimabara, target of radars and communication centers. Without their radars, we can then start with the second phase, the tracking and destruction of the plans of the Liberty 1. A portion of Minamishimabara is then shown, with red radars saying target. D-Drag, but first, we have two members for the Dragoness team. And then the people Issei had seen appeared on the screen, which shocked him. D-Drag, these are Sona Citri and Vali Lucifer, who were part of the north, but now they join us with our forces from the south. Wait, God, it's not possible. Stay alive. Issei was shocked. His best friends he had lost so much. Were they alive? I felt joy. Now he was not alone. He just smiled and continued with the report. D-Drag, these will be part of the Dragonist squadron, and we will now have more reinforcement from it. That's it, let's go there. And with that, he gave the end of the report, and the lights came on. D-Drag, come on guys, good luck. Music turns off. Issei goes quickly to the hangar. In the hangar, he began to see his F-14D. Changed the color of the classic Tomcat for a half-red body with wings and tails green, including in the tip of the plane a shape of a dragon. While he was on his right side, he saw his old planes, but with a different touch. The MiG-29D had a touch of white, with a blue tail and the tip of the plane the same as Issei, and the F-16°C was a light blue mixed with violet, and on its tail had the same emblem that Sona wore. It must be Volley and Sona's planes, Issei thought. Without more triangles, he climbed into the F-14D with the help of a co-pilot AI, which would not give him problems. Control Tower, Dragonist 1, you have permission to take off. The F-14D was ready to be launched on the catapult of the aircraft carrier, which took off and was in the air. Control Tower, Dragonist 1, altitude restriction cancelled, good luck. And the F-14D headed for its current course, Minamishimabara. Minamishimabara, Yakimichi, January 23, 2012. A group of 3 fighters was in the sky, half darkened, because it was already night at this time. They were with the AWACS. They were Dragonist and Operator D-Drag. D-Drag, Issei, do you receive me? We have reached the goal, get ready for the ground assault. And the MiG-29 started talking. Volley, Issei. Hey, it's me, Issei, it's me. Volley, it's an honor to fly with you again. I thought I wouldn't see you again. D-Drag, now, the stories of. Wait, do you know him? Volley, of course, Papa, who says I don't know him. And with that began the laughter between the 2 pilots for the nickname. D-Drag, sighing, this is going to be a headache. Sona, no more jokes, little idiot. Volley, I'm not an idiot. Sona, whatever. I'm Sona Citri. Dragonist 1, and I'll be there as a support class. But yes, if I see that your leadership and flight are stupid. Volley, wow, calm down, Iron Woman. D-Drag, Citri, calm down. You are not at his height. Even if you are cold, it doesn't mean that you hate another leader. This wing leader will be perfect, isn't it? She peeked at the name of the leader. Sona, Issei. Wait, are you Issei? Issei, yes, bye. Sona, excuse me, I thought you were going to be another idiot who wasn't like you. Now, I promise that I will not disobey orders and will not treat you that way again. Volley, hey, look. The Princess of Sweetheart is back. Sona, hey, don't come to me with your. But that's fed up with the AWACS. D-Drag, already both, calm down. We are in enemy space, then their kid fights for later. That cut off the conversation, and they saw on their radars the first enemy radar. D-Drag, start the attack, use standard missiles and machine guns, and good luck. Issei didn't think for a second. A lightning attack was launched with the Tomcat, which destroyed the first radar without problems. D-Drag, the first radar was destroyed, go to the next one. Volley, hey, not bad. Sona, it's the first dumb position, the second will be more advanced. That's what she said. In the second, there were 2 64 seconds and 3 AA guns defending the radar. But Volley launched fast and, with 2 QAAMs, managed to destroy them. Volley, well, Issei, hit the radar. Sona, wait, let me clear the ground first. And Sona's F-16°C went full throttle, firing multiple rockets that destroyed the AAS right away. Sona, Issei, free zone. Issei, thank you. Then the radar was torn to pieces. D-Drag, keep it up, there are only 5 radars left. Alert, bandits are arriving quickly. Volley, oh wow, the wolves are here. On the radar, 6 contacts were seen. There were 4 Mirage 2000A and 2 Su-27 flankers, which was going to be a bit difficult. Rebel pilot, hey, look at the Allied forces. Rebel pilot, wait, 3 planes. This is not going well. Rebel pilot, 6 against 3, if we can. Remember, every lightning attack. Then the enemies scattered, and Issei was ready to launch his attack until one of his companions said, Volley, here is the White Dragon, attacking aerial enemies. Sona, here, Purple Princess, attacking ground targets. And his wingmates dispersed to attack the targets, which he never saw coming. Issei went with Volley to help him, and the 2 attacked fiercely against the rebels, which destroyed 3 Mirages and 2 flankers. Rebel pilot, shit, don't expect that. Volley, sure, watch. And a QAAM sent the last rebel pilot to hell. Sona, here it sounds, radar destroyed. D-Drag, good job, to the next point. And the 3 flew in formation to spot another radar, but this time it was accompanied by 5 tanks, 4 AA guns, and 2 SAMs. It was not good at all. D-Drag, combine your attacks and leave the radar to Issei, the others are just easy targets. Sona, got it. Moving on to the ground attack. Volley, here, Lucifer, UGBM is prepared. Issei, okay, GPB activated. Rebel soldier, beware. Allied forces. Rebel soldier, gunners, discretionary fire. But it was too late. Issei and company dropped their destructive bombs against the enemy and radar, which was a success. Issei, enemies shot down, D-Drag. D-Drag, there is only 1 radar left. Then they spotted him. But it was not this time like another radar. There was a group of 5 SAMs, 3 A-64 covering the backs, and 3 MiGs-29D heading for the position. Rebel soldier, don't let those Allied forces get the latest radar. Otherwise, we fail. Enemy pilot, don't worry, we're going after those bastards. Volley, Issei, I'll take care of the MiGs, Sona, and you go for the radar. Issei, I understand. Good hunting. Then Volley dispersed from the squadron to launch against the MiGs, who, with 3 QAMs, completely shot down the fighters. And then Sona went with his last RCL of the Falcon to destroy everything that was left of the ground forces, damaging the radar a little. Sona, now. Issei, all mind. And Issei gave the final blow. D-Drag, there are no radars available in space. Very well, Sona and Volley. How did it serve their new leader? Sona, I feel like this leader and I are going to be able to get through this hell together. Issei, okay, that sounded a bit yandir, but Volley, great captain. Papa, thank you for the gift. That made others laugh, but the Awacs less so. D-Drag, God, for the last time, could you stop with the potato shit on all missions? Volley, hahaha, sorry. D-Drag, well, Dragoness squad, they can return to base. Aircraft Carrier Kestrel 2, Shirakawa River. January 24, 2012. It was already night. After an intense mission, Issei landed quickly and then saw an F-117 in his hangar. Issei, why is there an invisibility plane here? And a mechanic answered. Allied mechanic, apparently we have a mission on deck, Issei. Let's take some pictures of the superweapon. 110. Well, here we go again. Here are the new members of Dragoness, Sona and Volley, who will accompany Issei to retake Tokyo. Anyway, see you in the undercover chapter, which will be something short and fast, and possibly a scene of Issei's Sona out there. See you. Before I forget, I'll leave a mini spoiler of the Prox episode. 100. On one night of patrol, a squadron of 4 aircraft were patrolling over the rebels' superweapon. In that squadron was an F-18 Super Hornet, a Su-27 Flanker, a Tornado GR-1 and a MiG 29°C Super Fulcrum. Their colors were purple with a combination of blue camouflage, which on their tails had an emblem of a person being cut by his neck by a dagger with a few words saying Talon. It was an assassin squad. Rebel soldier, any activity? Talon 1, here Reaper, I still don't see any enemies around here. Talon 3, here Shadow, I don't see any enemies near us. Talon 2, maybe you won't find anything, something on the Doomfist radar. Doomfist, nothing scratches, I don't see even a disgusting one from the Allied forces. What will they be planning? Reaper, it doesn't matter. We will disperse into 2 teams. Widowmaker will go with me. Shadow and Doomfist will go to check in the canyons if there is suspicious activity. Shadow, okay. Doomfist, whatever you say, boss. And the MiG and Tornado retreat, leaving the Hornet and Flanker to go to the superweapon. Aircraft Carrier Kestrel 2, Shirakawa River, January 24, 2012. Issei saw the bad news he was going to see, and it was not good at all. D-Drag, apparently, I think Liberty 1 quietly moved. They are going to retreat to the borders of Tokyo's secret base and then move towards Saga. But we cannot leave without first taking some photos of the superweapon and other plans that they have in hand. Issei, and we can't do it in the morning. D-Drag, our spies say that they will do a scan in the morning with the whole reconnaissance corps, so it would be better to do it quickly. If we go at night, they will not know that we are reading their mail. Issei, I understand. D-Drag, go fast. Issei, there are no more reports to arrive early. Let's go. And Issei quickly left for the hangar to end this. Then Mishimabara, Unzen, January 24, 2012. The F-117 was flying beneath almost Unzen's guns to avoid detection by radar. D-Drag, Issei, to reach the target, you will be less than 600 feet. If you pass that altitude, the radars will notice your presence. And we will have to move to Plan B meanwhile. You will have to use the ancient tunnels that are a kind of cave, so you don't have to go through the canyons and have to destroy radars. In the meantime, I will mute the radio and contact you when you reach the target. In this part, Issei will not speak, and neither will the Awacs, or rather, all silence. Only enemies will be able to speak. Issei quickly passed through the canyons, began to enter the caves little by little, and then left on the other side without being caught by the enemy. Rebel Watcher, hey, Johnson, what time is it? Rebel Soldier, 2:30 a.m. Old, can't wait to leave. Rebel Watchman, hold on, Old, we still have to wait for the command center to give us the order to monitor the area. Rebel Soldier, there is no choice. Keep watching, we don't want trouble. Little by little, he began to grasp the sense of the cannons. The enemy could not see them as he continued through the tunnels of the caves and gradually went from another direction to another side. It was already 40 miles from the target. Rebel Watcher, shit, I've seen something. Fuck, Issei shouts inside. Rebel Soldier, hey, what is it? The Allied forces. There was a moment of silence when it cleared with a cough. Rebel Watcher, my coin. I thought I had left it in the jeep. Rebel Soldier, idiot. Go back to your post and leave that coin. Rebel Watcher, but it's a special coin. What do you have against it? By little. Issei sighed. So he kept moving quietly. He realized that little by little he reached the target, but he also made quick decisions about the tunnels, since some are with lights on and he saw many things there, ammunition, boxes, offices, and forklifts. A spare position. What a great idea. And I continue on his way. It was 25 miles away. Rebel Watcher, God, I can't see tonight as me crazy. Rebel Soldier, hey, come on, Old, it's been 3 hours, and there's nothing wrong. Rebel Watcher, what do you think? Many dark things happen at dawn. Rebel soldier, don't believe that nonsense. Just keep watching and let me know if you see an Allied forces activity. But they were slow. The F-117 arrived quickly, undetected, and began encoding the radio for the AWACS. D-Drag, Issei, are you there? Issei, arrive, I'm ready for the photographs. D-Drag, well, this is the guide to using the camera. The camera is attached to the barrel of the machine gun, which could help you take pictures. Try to take pictures of those cargoes and planes. Issei saw TRANSPORTESC-130 Hercules and unidentified cargo targets, which began to approach them, and took a precise photo by pressing the trigger. A photo-taking sound was heard on Issei's F-117. D-Drag, photo received. A few seconds of silence him. Well, Issei, apparently they have rare cargo in them. Okay, go take pictures of that entire base and find the super weapon. After that, get out of there before they open fire on you. Issei, okay. Then he went to the second place that was on a power plant, and from there, several tanks with a strange quadrangular piece, which gave him a great chill. He took no more breaths and took the picture. D-Drag, photo received. Fuck. Apparently, I think they were not seriously joking about this type of arming. Keep taking, Issei, there is something wrong with this shit. The third picture I was going to take was about 4 planes I saw. There were an F-A-18 Super Hornet, a Su-27 Flanker, a Tornado GR-1, and a MiG-29°C Super Fulcrum. I took another picture of those planes. D-Drag, photo received. Apparently, we have more information. That squad is a group of assassins, which I can tell from their emblem. Continue with the photos. Until we get to the super weapon, we will have everything we need. Issei continued to explore the area to find more things he might be interested in. And that happened when he saw some very strange cannons, which seemed as if their bottom was amphibious or airborne. He didn't turn around anymore and took another picture. D-Drag, photo received. What the hell are planetary cannons? This is not going well, Issei. Keep looking for that super weapon, and fast. It will be a few minutes before the base is still operational. He had to hurry. This was going to make things worse, but I see a very strange planetary plane, as if it were a kind of air cruiser, with strange quadrangular particles and some attack cannons. The color was white and red, along with a number 1 and saying Liberty. Issei had Moby Dick in sight. It was now or never. Sound of a photograph and end of the music. D-Drag, photo received. Shit, this is not good at all. The super weapon is ready. Issei, you've done what you could. Return to the base. The restriction altitude does not matter from your return at this time. Issei, okay. But everything was going to get worse when Liberty 1 was still floating, off its systems and everything, but suddenly a female voice began to be heard. Liberty 1, here, Liberty 1, we are ready to take off and leave here. Rebel Tower, according to Liberty 1, we are preparing gunners and SAMs. Expect shit, is this? Liberty 1, what? Then someone raises the alarm, and the tower says, Rebel Tower, alert all units. An unidentified reconnaissance plane has appeared under our noses and is heading for the canyon. And the alarm started ringing. Shit, this isn't going to be easy. Issei thought in frustration. Liberty 1, General Alert. General Alert. An unidentified reconnaissance aircraft has appeared on our radar. Ghost and Yellow squads, get ready for the interception. And on top of the super weapon, there was an airport post where there were 5 Fahrenheit 15 E-Strike Eagles and 4 Su-33 Sukhoi. The Eagles were dark blue and a touch of red with an emblem of a ghost, and the Sukhoi were yellow with a golden king on their emblems. Those Squad of New Romanian Lutyh Air Force, Elite Corps, Aerial Assassins, 76th Rebel Air Division. Yellow Squad and New Romanian Lutyh Air Force, Reconnaissance Corps, Ground Assault, 76th Rebel Air Division. Ghost 1, here is Leader Ghost, taking off. And the Eagles started to take off. Yellow 1, here, Yellow Leader, taking off. The Sukhoi started the takeoff after the Eagles. I was already screwed. First, enemy radars and guns begin to be alerted by its presence, and then they send an interception group to shoot it down. You have to be kidding. Issei was furious to see the situation get worse. D-Drag, Issei, they have set off all the alarms, they know you're there. No time. Use the clouds to hide from their signal and flee fast south of the canyons. Do not lower the altitude or you will be a fairground duck in seconds. So it had to be quick. He took the corresponding altitude and infiltrated the clouds, which gave him an advantage because nobody could see him there. Rebel Tower, shit, we lost the plane. Liberty 1, Ghost Leader, the enemy has been lost above the clouds. Intercept him and melt him down. Ghost 1, I received Liberty 1, what about the Talon squad? Reaper, here on. Widowmaker, that prey is mine. Shadow, hey, who won't let me sleep after an inspection? Doomfist, and just that this was going to end. Rebel Tower, there is a reconnaissance plane. Ghost and Yellow have gone to intercept them, but they are escaping. D-Drag, Issei, the situation got worse again. The squadron you took a photo of has started to take off. This was not going well, although it took them from cloud to cloud, they continued to explore the area. But nevertheless, he received another transmission from the AWACS. D-Drag, Issei, I have an idea. In the Nighthawk, we planted an EMP system, which makes enemy radars crazy. Use them to your advantage. When they approach you, activate it and head to other clouds to hide. Issei, okay D-Drag, just shut up and leave me alone at once. He began to activate his special weapons and then saw 2 Eagles and 2 Sukhoi approaching. He had no choice but to activate the radar EMP. Ghost 1, well, que demo. Yellow 1, here, Leader Yellow, the radar started to malfunction, we need clean radar soon. Liberty 1, bad news. The radar has been neutralized for 2 minutes, they will have to disperse and go in other directions. But things got worse when the Rebel Tower said, Rebel Tower, Talon has already taken off. Reaper will take care of the annoying. Where was the last address? Ghost 1, 5,000 altitude was heading for the canyons, but it's not in the tunnels. Reaper, okay. Although he remembered that the enemy's radars were neutralized, he managed to increase the power and continue advancing. He had 35 miles left. D-Drag, Issei is not far away, keep moving forward. But things got worse again when I heard another transmission. Liberty 1, here, Liberty 1, radar fixed, keep with the interception. Ghost 1, received Liberty 1, keep looking for it, don't let it escape. Not again. But he saw that he had 30 miles left, and this was not going to be good. He kept passing cloud by cloud, also trying to concentrate on the sense of time and movement, which he managed little by little to reach his destination. Although he was 24 miles away, he saw that the problems began to increase when he saw an F-18 Super Hornet behind him. Reaper, squadrons, plane sighted, I repeat, plane sighted. D-Drag, Issei. And 3 more aircraft appeared to him, the Su-27, the Tornado GR-1, and the MiG 29 degrees Celsius. Widowmaker, well, we have the reconnaissance plane. Orders, Reaper, leave it to me. Here, the elite assassin forces of the 48th Division, known as Talon, order the unidentified aircraft to return flight and quickly return here. Issei saw that his EMP had 10 seconds of recharge, but that was not going to wait for him for 3 seconds. Reaper, I repeat, you have orders to return the flight to base, or you will be shot down. 3 Reaper, respond. 2, 1, boom. He launched the EMP just as he entered another cloud and took the right flank, which managed to escape his downing. Reaper, curse, radar neutralized. Where is that antidiode? Ghost 1, here, Leader Ghost, I don't see any E-767, there is no anti-radar in this place. Widowmaker, so. Shadow, the type has EMP. He wasn't going to worry anymore when he was 12 miles away, but. Yellow 1, here, Leader Yellow, we spotted the plane. Let's tear it down. Reaper, yes, but I hear other voices that I recognize so much. Sona, hey, are you okay? Volley, let's kick those guys' asses. A MiG-29D and F-16 degrees Celsius appeared under his nose, with an allied frame. They were his wingmates. Reaper, 2 enemies, easy prey. But they couldn't take him down when they heard this message. Liberty 1, here, Liberty 1, to all units in the air, return to base, by order of Tokyo. That infuriated all the rebels. Reaper, damn come back, everyone. We are not done with this, and all rebel planes are returned to base. D-Drag, retreating enemies. But what the hell? Sona, I think it's an alert. Apparently, I don't know what. D-Drag, it doesn't matter. We have completed the mission. Dragonus, return to the base. And all 3 planes return to the same reconnaissance location. Aircraft Carrier Kestrel 2, Shirakawa River, January 24, 2012. Issei landed last because he felt tired and was in the dining room eating alone with no one by his side. First a radar mission, then a chase that almost killed me. God, Issei said between his thoughts tiredly. Just someone sat next to him. Volley, hey, you look bad. I'll accompany you. It was Volley Lucifer, his former friend. Issei, hey, some hassle would be great. Sona, do I interrupt you with something? She was his best friend, and he possibly confessed to her as his girlfriend, Sona Citri. Issei, nothing. Just some company. And the 2 took a seat to talk to their best friend. Volley, I thought we weren't going to meet at these times. Issei, I thought you guys had been killed, and how did they survive? Sona, we escaped just in time when the Northern Civil War came. We didn't land at the base we were just going to. Issei, so. Sona, we escaped in cold waters from the aircraft Carrier Kestrel 2, which saved us from dying. Volley, exactly. If those bastards had tracked our backs, we wouldn't have gotten here. He felt relief, but felt a blow on the man from Volley. Sona, hey, don't be cruel to him. Volley, I know, but I didn't know how you survived. Issei, I had to take a high road. They wouldn't want to see what that was like. Volley, like what? Issei, take refuge in the south. Phew, they said. Issei, I had planned to go to Kestrel 2 and be able to be with you, but nevertheless, due to an emergency transport and evacuation to the south, I achieved my complete escape route. Volley, really? Issei, because my nationality was from the south, I had refugee insurance if I lived in another country and if that country was in crisis. Sona, and you ended up here. Issei, exactly. Yawned. Volley, hey, you don't look good. Issei, yes, I want to sleep. Volley, okay, Sona, let's go. Sona, I'm staying. Volley, but. The cold and fury of Citri's eyes stared at Volley with orders to go now. Volley, okay. And this one is left to both of them. Sona, can I help you eat? Issei, no thanks, I'm done but tired. Sona, do you mind if I sleep with you? Issei, what? Sona, Issei, I won't leave far from you. I want to be by your side and nothing else, so you don't hurt yourself. You will be my leader, and I will not leave your side. Oh, old man, now she sends me orders or she is falling in love, Issei thought, but he couldn't take it anymore and fell his face to the table. Sona, oh, Issei, always like a child hanging around without sleep. And she started carrying him to bed. He was also sleepy. He hadn't slept from waiting for Issei until he noticed a point. I was feeling love for him. Tokyo, Japan. January 24, 2012. Many military people are celebrating with wine, meat, parties, and air festivals for the reign of the White Castle, or rather, the Gremories. There they rejoiced, sang, entertained, and even danced. All those smiles make me sick. I'm just saying, who celebrates during a war against the South? This is very strange. While people in this sector celebrated, most of Tokyo was ruined. And a street appears with many poor refugees and rebel soldiers guarding the area to prevent any civilians from rebelling. The poor in this sector are suffering from malnutrition, poverty, disease, and shelter problems, which the rebels do not want to give to these people. And then how do they give to the wounded and dead of the operations? I do not understand this logic. Again, the scene of the White Castle becomes one where you see two redheads dancing in a fun and cheerful way. Ugh, now give the dance of Riaz and Surzech Gremory. The two brothers, together, formed the Squadron Gremory, or rather the Crimson Blood Squad. You know, that name is for all the shootdowns of pilots, soldiers, and cities in North and South Japan. Then you see a scene of a group of young people playing a very perfect musical. And there, those who play their instruments are their wings of flight. Among them are Akino Hanjima, the Thunder Duelist, Yudokiba and Rasues, the Sky Soldiers, Kaneko Tojo and Zenovia, the Iron Towers, Asia Argento, the Priestess of God, and Irina Shido, the Initiating Pawns. Along with them, they are officially regarded as the game of chess, since in aerial duels they are the bravest and most daring for their moves in the sky. Again, the Japanese reporter is seen having only a glass of wine. I don't know if they will win because they claim that the Allied forces are going to fall. I have seen news about incursions into the south, which the Allies are gaining, but who will be those pilots who face all these rebels? Another scene in the morning shows an aircraft carrier on the Shirakawa River in the morning. Aircraft carrier Kestrel 2, Shirakawa River, January 24, 2012. Issei was still sleeping. He could not stop dreaming of that song that completed the following verse. When soaring high above my enemies, I understand the things you see in me. To vanquish those who choose to fight, I'll bring peace before the night. But when he was going for the next verse, someone woke him up. Sona, Issei. He woke up suddenly and saw his wingmate next to him in his pajamas. Issei, hello Sona. Sona, Issei. She gives him a kiss on the cheek, which reddens the chestnut. Issei, what was that? Sona, a good morning. Issei, what else? She smiled tenderly, and the chestnut man got a little silly in the face of the situation. Issei, thank you, but you don't need that greeting, you know. She returned to her true self and got out of bed. Sona, forget it, let's have breakfast if. Issei, yes, if it sounds good, let's go. The two pilots went to the dining room to eat breakfast leisurely. Hablando pronto, ahí estaban solo el wax y vale, haciendos bromas muy crueles que a veces ellos se ríen. De drag, si fuera tu hijo, no te hubiera conocido. Vale, vamos papa, no seas rudo con esa actitud. De drag, si sabes como me comporto en las misiones, para que demonios quieras que si tranquilo. Vale, vamos, esos son solo unos idiotas que no saben luchar perfectamente. Esos rebeldes no esperan nada de nosotros. Cuando iban a cambiar con otro tipo de palabras, ellos miran a los dos pilotos. De drag, Issei. Buenos días. Vale, los dos, como si levaran en esa noche. Eso los hilo. Sona por irse dormir con el Issei por dejar que su compañero durmiera a su lado, pero el operador claro con esto. De drag, déjalo, apuesto que dormirán normal, no. Sona, sí. Por favor, vale no vuelvas con eso. Vale, disculpem. De drag, tines un punto teniente. Issei, bueno, podemos desear o que. De drag, me ofendería si no lo hicieran. Si riran por un rato y si sentaran a acompañar el desayuno. De drag, Issei, después de unos descansos, era solitariamente hacer una interceptación aérea contra una carga. Issei, pork. De drag, nos estamos sospechando que esas cargas que tomaste foto contenían el armamento de un supercanon, el canon de Excalibur. Sona, no jodas. Vale, supercanon Issei fue usado durante la interceptación de los asteroides de Ulysses, en julio de 1999. Pero aunque canon no logró destruir algunos de esas estrellas, pero no logró casi de lo y fue considerado un fracaso proyecto, destruyéndolo en el año 2005. Pero en el 2011 de noviembre, durante la rebelión del norte, recuperaron planos de esa arma, lo que ahora en el 2012 empezaron su reconstrucción. Issei, diablos, recuerdo esos momentos, pero por desplegarían canon de nuevo. De drag, nos van a querer obligar una rendición rápida o sino, a sufrir nuestras consecuencias. Issei, odio, camino. De drag, I know, but there is no choice, although we also suffer from a bigger problem. Our planes that we carry cannot climb more than 6 feet, so we will have to resort to Plan B, increase the speed of our planes and break that restriction. Issei, well, then I'll have to go myself. De drag, yes, so while we will buy new planes for your colleagues and for you, which will not have problems. Issei, I understand. Vale, oh, really, new aircraft. D-Drag, if we want more advancement, we will need as much power as possible. For now, let's rest and go to our posts. Okay. The 3 pilots said that and went off to do their jobs. Taku, Saga. January 24, 2012. Issei's F-14D was heading to a tanker plane to gain more fuel and head to its rendezvous point. Airplane cistern, Issei, get ready for your report. Issei, received. And he started pressing the fuel pipe button, and a kind of tube with a cone from the report came out of his cabin. Airplane cistern, well, Dragon S1. Starting reporting. The tank put a spare for the tube of the Tomcat, which only lasted 45 seconds. Airplane cistern, well, full spare, time to go. Issei, thank you. And the Tomcat leaves there to go back to his mission, but he will not realize the danger he is going to run into. A Super Hornet, Flanker, Tornado, and Super Fulcrum were heading to the assembly point for transport. His appearance was the same as what Issei went to inspect. Reaper, be prepared to attack any enemy within the zone. Widowmaker, received. Shadow, received. Doomfist, received. Reaper, remember, cargo is valuable, so let's not lose it. Shadow, we will not stop stealing our sweets, right of Gabe. That made a joke that irritated the captain of the squadron. Reaper, no more jokes, the meeting is just around the corner, 90 miles away. Received. They said they're flight wings, but perhaps fate will entrust them with these 4 new tasks. Issei quickly reached his destination and saw on his radar that the enemies were below him, above 8,000 feet. D-Drag, well, Issei, to get there, you will have to increase the speed and not lower it, as that will cause you to fall. Remember, if you want to have more altitude, increase your speed. Good luck, Issei, have good hunting. Issei, thanks for the compliment. Then it began to pick up speed and go through the clouds. I get to see 3 degrees Celsius 130 Hercules and 2 Typhoons as escorts. So he said no more and started throwing 4x MAS at enemies. Rebel transport, we are being attacked. Rebel pilot, why does Sam defend? Rebel transport, it's just an Allied forces plane. It's him. Rebel pilot, shit, when do reinforcements arrive? Issei did not hesitate any longer and began to shoot quickly at the transports, which easily knocked them down. He saw from afar 2 more Hercules and 3 Su-27 flankers. Rebel pilot, shit, coming. Rebel pilot, you have to stop it. Come on, transport Rourke 5-3, we will take care of the annoying. Rourke 5-3, we are counting on you. But Issei remembered that the flankers were fast, and he couldn't hit them perfectly. He then had to engage in an aerial duel against the flankers, managing to shoot down only 1. Rebel pilot, demons. One of ours has fallen. Rebel pilot, be careful, this guy is very dangerous. Issei didn't have it easy. He tried to chase one of the flankers and shoot him down, but he used flares to evade his missiles, while the other was trying to hit him in the back, but failed with each attempt. Then I take an evasive maneuver for the guy in the back and knock him down instantly. Rebel pilot, damn, Rourke 5-3, fast forward, we're being riddled. Rourke 5-3, it's not long now, it's still distracting. But sadly, the last flanker was gunned down. Rebel pilot, interference. Goodbye, Rebel, now if you allow me, Issei thought with joy, shooting down the 2 transports. Then the Tomcat heads to a new target, about 4 SR-71 seconds fleeing with 2 MiG-31D Foxhounds. It wasn't going to be good, as the Foxhounds are the most dangerous in dogfights. Rebel pilot, damn, more of our men have already been killed. Rebel pilot, you have to give your best. Prepare the sails. Oh old man, here we go again. The Foxhounds, with all their power, went against the F-14D, but Issei took advantage as it was at 11-0 speed, which began to chase one of the Foxhounds and hit a SOM on the MiG-31. Rebel pilot, OSHT, this guy is good. But it is not so good for you to be able to with this. Then he launched a flurry of QAAMs, which Issei didn't see coming. He deployed a bunch of flares so he could evade them and then made a 180-degree turn to sneak in from the Foxhound. Rebel pilot, fuck, but what the fuck? And he couldn't complete it because Issei knocked it down. Escort less, now I'm going for the SR-71 seconds. The cargo ended up being knocked down. Now we need a 225 bear and mission accomplished. Then I quickly spotted the bears. He didn't worry anymore and shot down the 8 bears like this, 4 with machine guns, 2 with standard missiles, and the last ones with the SAAMs. End of music. He saw that the sky was clear. D-Drag, Issei, do you receive me? Transports were eliminated. Issei, SIP. All out of place. D-Drag, perfect. The radar is clean, Issei. Return to the southwest to complete the mission. Issei, yes. Issei sighs. He was already done with this quickly, without his fellow passengers. Now I could only listen to his music, but soon. D-Drag, wait, Issei, we have contact from the southwest, 4 strangers. Issei, who? D-Drag, I don't know. Wait for a Super Hornet, a Flanker Tornado, and a Super Fulcrum. Issei realized something was wrong. He remembered the photo of the previous mission and realized that it was not good at all. Issei, it's them. D-Drag, the Talon Squad. And a malevolent voice came. Reaper, enemy sighted, Talon Squad, shoot and roll it. D-Drag, shit Issei, this time we do have a serious problem. Try evasive moves, Issei. The cavalry arrives in 5 minutes. Issei, well, make it 2 minutes. This is impossible. He watched as QAMs and XMAS were thrown at him, which he had no choice but to fight. Reaper, just a fighter in those colors, what kind of pathetic carries on the tip of an airplane only a dragon. Widowmaker, maybe he wants to represent fear. But we are not afraid of him. Shadow, that idiot does not know who he is facing, plus he is another useless ace. Doomfist, Reaper, Dark Ties, now. Reaper, received. And the 4 fighters went to fly in a zigzag shape, which was not good at all. But he saw that the tornado was having difficulty flying that way, which he took advantage of to damage it and leave it out of play. Shadow, Cabron. Reaper, Shadow. What happened? Shadow, the son of a bitch heard me. I'm 95% damaged. And he saw on his radar that the tornado had disappeared. Reaper, to all the others, we are only 3 against 1. Don't let me down. Received. His remaining companions said. Issei saw how many minutes he had left. Only 3 minutes. Then he threw himself against the Super Fulcrum, which started a duel, and tried to hit him with only shrapnel. But the Fulcrum took a turn to sneak in from it. Doomfist, try that again, little dragon. But what a lame. A missile was hit on its right wing. Issei, shit. D-Drag, Issei, damage to 51%. Reaper, so you're the lone pilot who went to our base. That left him in shock. It was then that he used the radio to speak against the enemy, despite the rules of the Allied forces not to contact the enemy. Issei, how did you know? Reaper, what are you talking about? I thought you weren't going to respond after that scan to our base. Let me introduce myself as a useless little one. I'm Gabriel Reyes, leader of the Talon Squadron. Issei, why do you introduce me in the middle of this fight? Doomfist, that's how idiots are introduced, have respect. D-Drag, hey, what's going on here, Issei? Have you opened the channel for all enemies? Reaper, is your operator how useless that guy is? I will take his life on his next mission. D-Drag, God, Issei, is that guy sick or what? Reaper, I'm Gabriel Reyes, piece of shit. You should fear me. Then Issei delivered a direct blow to the flanker, which knocked her out of action. Widowmaker, Murd, ENDOMMAGR 95%. Reaper, damn dot but is shocked to see something. Timeout. What? Its members said. Reaper, we've had enough with the little dragon. Talon Squad, return to base. Someday we will see Issei again. Widowmaker, ni pas faire la même erreur contre vous, stupid. Shadow, what a man. How tough this guy is. Doomfist, we're not done with Little Dragon yet. This is just the beginning. And the 4 planes headed north. D-Drag, God, what had happened there? Whatever it is, it's over. Return to the Issei base. Issei, okay. The F-14D Tomcat headed to its base, but it could not forget the memories it had lived. Aircraft Carrier Kestrel 2, Shirakawa River, January 24, 2012. Issei couldn't believe it. The guy who spoke to him wanted him dead. But nevertheless, he can only rest as soon as he rests. I couldn't do anything anymore. For now, I just slept, and slept. On one night, in the clear sky, an F-14D Tomcat with a very red body was seen flying in the sky. It carried no missiles and no special weaponry. On its tail, it bore a very strange name that read, UPEO Inc. And he just flew through the skies without uttering a single word. Kumamoto, Japan, February 2, 2012. Everything was normal in Kumamoto, no activity had been done during the morning, and Dragoness took a break for a few days until further notice was given. So the 3 pilots went to Kumamoto to rest and relax for a while, and they were happy because too much activity in air flight would make them tire quickly, plus if they did not have more reinforcements, things would get ugly. Volley took advantage of that to be able to be in the arcade games of a shopping center that was not destroyed, which left Sona and Issei in the restaurant eating them only. The 2 didn't know what to say to each other, some were reddening for each other, trembling with fear, and standing in a row at Burger King. Sona, really, Volley? I swear I'll kill that son of. Issei, calm Sona, he wants his world of fun, plus he said he didn't want to eat with us, so we left him alone. Sona, I swear that after this day, I'm going to. Cashier, good morning, young people. When are you offered? That returned to the reality of the 2 pilots, who asked for their orders. Issei, the special includes 2 original burgers, 2 Coca-Cola drinks, fries, a salad, and double ice cream. Cashier, eat here or take away. Sona, to eat here. Cashier, well, wait a minute. After 2 minutes, the order arrived. Cashier, here is your order. It will be like 50 yen. Sona blushed about it. She remembered her words from Volley, you have to pay your dear boyfriend everything. She had no choice but to pay it before she became enraged. Then they went to eat at an unoccupied table, to which the 2 said nothing. After lunch, they went to the park to get some fresh air since the stores in the mall were under repair and some floors were closed. They just looked at the blue sky, which Issei gave a little sense to his favorite music because its next lyric said, the clear white jet stream, the deep blue sky. I'd pull ahead, spread my wings and fly. Sona soon realized that Issei was looking at the sky and asked, Sona, why do you look at the sky? He took his thoughts out of that and looked at Sona. Issei, one thing. Looking at the blue sky reminds me of one thing. Sona, what a thing. Issei, fly in freedom. Before he was a fighter pilot, he had been an aviator. I mean, fly for pleasure or for fun. Sona, really. Issei, exactly. My father taught me to fly when I was 15. My mother made me some aviator clothes, which I liked a little about the suit. Sona, they were proud of you. Issei, they always were. Sona, but why did you never introduce them to your parents? Issei, remember when war broke out quickly, don't you? When did they bomb almost all of Tokyo? Sona, yes. The brown boy put on a sad face, knowing that it was nothing good. Sona, wait, don't tell me that. And I affirm with my head. Sona, oh, Issei. Issei, it's not your fault, and I'm not to blame. I didn't know they would attack cities with civilians. That was what I hated so much during that time. Sona, those bastards, they were supposed to have made an acceptance or an agreement with the United States. Why would they attack with bombs and destruction? Issei, I never know, but I don't know why they would. They were supposed to be able to do it the diplomatic way, not this way. Then, they could only talk about their lives in the north, looking even at the blue sky. On the aircraft carrier Kestrel, near the port of Kumamoto, B-2 and Tu-25 bombers, composed of 5 Fahrenheit 22 Raptors and 10 Fahrenheit 15 SE Strike Eagles in 500 miles, were being alerted. Something wasn't right. Commander, Kazuku. Enemies approaching. D-Drag, what? Commander, bombers. I repeat, bombers. This was not giving me a good spine. Issei and Sona were returning to the carrier until Volley rushed there. Issei, what's the Volley rush? Volley, the rebels are going to bomb this place. Go quickly to the hangars. Sona, what? Issei, we have been caught. And the 3 pilots went quickly to stop this chaos, or Kumamoto will be in complete chaos. In the hangar, there were changes in the planes. Issei would take an F-15°C Eagle with the same colors he used from the Tomcat, and Sona would use a MiG-31D Foxhound, which Sona did not like. And Volley took a Mirage 2000, to which he began to complain about such a modern plane and not something amazing. Despite the complaints, they began to take off. Kumamoto, over the skies, February 2, 2012. Issei and company went to intercept the planes. They had already reached 5,000 feet and saw contact. D-Drag, well, Issei, I think we already have them. Prevent a bomber from reaching an area quickly or civilians will be in danger. Sona, why would they attack Kumamoto right now? Why not the aircraft carrier? D-Drag, apparently they want to try to reduce civilians' willingness to surrender. If that happens, the rebels will have their full advantage. Okay guys, time to stop this from going to hell. Come on. Issei, here, Dragon S1, break formation. Received. They said their flight wings. Issei, I'll go get the strikers. Sona, the Raptors, and Volley, take care of the transports. Volley, as you wish, Captain Crunch. Sona, God, what did I tell you to eat those cereals? Issei, Sona, after the children's fight, now get serious, this is an important situation. Sona, sighing received. Then Issei launched a flurry of XMAS that managed to only hit 2 Eagles, which began to affirm the duel. Issei, Dragon S1, attacked the fighters. Sona, here, Citri, attacking the Raptors. Volley, here Lucifer, giving Kane to the transports. Hey, one less. D-Drag, keep it up, we're holding you back. Rebel pilot, hey SHT, what the fuck? Rebel pilot, these guys don't give up, where are the others? The battle was getting very tense, and Issei was having difficulty finishing against the strikers, even though he was flying the Eagle. Citri was doing well against the Raptors, since his Foxhound had all the possible speed to be able to mislead and surround them. On the other hand, Volley was in charge of all the work, eliminating the transports. Although they eliminated the first wave, things got ugly when. Rebel pilot, hey, we've arrived, colleagues. It didn't take a moment. Rebel pilot, did you do well in your bombing? Rebel pilot, they attack us. It is the forces, interferences. 4 Boeing B-52 seconds were approaching, and 8 Gripens were approaching the position of the first. Issei, OSHT, this is not good. Sona, heck, how come they can get there so fast? Volley, damn, where did they come out? Issei, Wax, we need the location of the departure of those planes. D-Drag, I'll be trying. For as long as they keep arresting them. Received, and all 3 headed against the next wave. Rebel pilot, it's the Allied forces. They have managed to shoot down the first escort. Rebel pilot, don't make the same mistake that the first one did, go for them. Issei, Volley and Sona, for the Gripens. I will personally take care of the bombers. Volley, received. Princess, ready for a walk. Sona, if you weren't rough, I would accept it. Volley, haha, I joked. Let's go. The 2 pilots dispersed to attack the Gripens, which became angry when 2 Gripens were shot down by Sona's QAAMs, causing a 2-on-6 fight. Rebel pilot, hey, what the fuck is going on? Rebel pilot, 2 against 6. We have lost 2 of them. Rebel pilot, be careful. We are going to cover the bombers, and we will take care of the annoying ones. Rebel pilot, received. 3 Gripens went after Issei, but he made an evasive maneuver and gave 2 SAAMs to the 2 of them. Rebel pilot, shit. And Issei, with an MDA towards the last Gripen, managed to shoot it down, and it was against the bombers who were still damaged. But again, they sighted a wave of 3 B-2AS with 5 Fahrenheit 14 DS. Issei, guys, 3rd contact. D-Drag, damn, say the launch location of these things. D-Drag, I've got it. But if they hold the rebels any further, I will be able to see where they are. Issei, shit Volley, come here, we have company. Volley, received, don't worry about the Gripens, we're done with them. Sona, Tomcats are coming. Volley, oh, come on. Anyway, go for them. Then they threw themselves at full power to be able to finish first with the Tomcats, which was easy, and their defense did not last long. Then they launched against the B2A, but it was not easy because of this either. Issei, what AA guns for the back. D-Drag, impossible. They have made defense turrets. Volley, hell, I can't aim while the bastard dodges my missiles. Sona, these guys are tough, we must keep insisting. Rebel Bomber, how it feels. Rebel Bomber, we will not fall easily like the other waves. Rebel Bomber, keep trying. But they will never be able to go against our defenses. Although that was true until Issei, bingo. The first B2 lost its defense. Rebel Bomber, shit, that's not possible. And then it was shot down in flames. Issei, I'm on my way. Volley, I already succeeded, let's help, son. But the other B2A was shot down. Volley, oh, better not. End of music. Sona, yes. Wax located the location. D-Drag, we already have it. Scanning image. Astonishment Issei. Liberty 1 is in the sights of the city. Issei, shit. Volley, bastards. Sona, impossible. Now everyone was shocked. This was life and death. The superweapon is ready to attack Kumamoto, and only the three of them could do this. The air superweapon Liberty 1 was in the air, heading to Kumamoto to prepare the attack. Liberty 1, here, Liberty 1, Kumamoto, is prepared to be fixed and ready to shoot. Cannon control, Liberty 1 received, we are ready, but wait, where are the bombers? Liberty 1, what is the equipment? Captain of the ship, they have disappeared. And there are only 3 planes left. The Allied forces. Liberty 1, damn Ghost in yellow, take off and intercept the Allied forces. Ghost 1, here, Leader Ghost, received. Yellow 1, here, Leader Yellow, go for them. Then some F-15 seconds, MTDs, and Su-33 seconds took off from the superweapon and headed against the enemy. 8 versus 3. Ghost 2, well, Major, ready for the hunt. Friendly laughter was heard, and then the voice became serious. Ghost 1, go for them. And the 5 MTD and 3 Sakwa dispersed for battle. Volley, they are preparing to attack. Sona, beware. And all 3 pilots evaded the rebels XMAA and QAAM. D-Drag, Dragonist Squad, you will have to try your best to defend Kumamoto. If you let that weapon come to the city, we will be history. Issei, we will need your weak points. This weapon they haven't figured out. D-Drag, that's what we're trying to know. For as long as they hold out against the squad. Volley, hey Dad, stop wandering. Just say the damn weak spot now. And the radio began to hear voices from the squad. Ghost 1, here, Ghost 1, we have the enemy fixed. Shoot. Volley, shit, they're cornering us. Sona, you must see a way out of their sights, they have us surrounded. Yellow 1, here, Leader Yellow, we have them caged, starting the attack. And a wave of QAAMs was heading for Sona. Issei, bastard, touch it, and you will be a fairground duck. Issei then gave an MDA to one of the Su-33 seconds, which knocked it out of the airspace. Yellow 2, AAAA interference. Yellow 1, here, Leader Yellow, one of ours has fallen. Those 2, wow, those guys are more annoying than I saw, including that silly princess I see over there. That infuriated Sona, who said in her thoughts that she was going to kill that bitch one day. Issei, only 7. Volley, first to your allies, then to your leaders. Issei then managed to shoot down an F-15S divided by MTD. Ghost Squad, shit, losing altitude. Mayday interference. Ghost 1, watch out, team. We already lost 2 of our own and need to clear the pace for the air attack. Yellow 1, here, Yellow Leader, received. D-Drag, Issei, the gun is coming soon, there is no longer little left for the data. Try to resist. Issei, damn, that's what we do. Volley, you could hurry, these guys have us locked up like rats. In another instant, Volley destroyed another F-15S divided by MTD. Ghost Squad, damn. Ghost 1, hell, this pilot is better than ours. Ghost Squad, that's what I say. Ghost 2, they're just a bunch of fools, leave it to me. And then one of the F-15S divided by MTD snuck in behind Sona's MiG-31. A serious mistake. Sona, not this time. And she gave a cobra movement, making her sneak behind the MTD. Sona, take this. And a simple sum hit the mark. Ghost 2, AAAA interference. Ghost 1, Lee. Ghost Squad 2 has fallen. I can't believe it. Ghost Squad, stay in position, we can't fall. Ghost, Yellow Squad, fast. Before you notice us. Yellow 1, that's what we tried, but this mirage is very hard to reach. Volley, hey, Dad. Where the hell is the weak point of that shit? D-Drag, it's not long now. Follow. Issei, only 4. Issei then went for a Su-33, which attempted another aerial duel but managed to evade him. Yellow 1, not so fast, buddy. Then he realized that one was behind him. Issei, shit, Volley a hand. Volley, that's what I'm going on, but could you take this MTD off my back? Sona, I have a Su-33 stuck on my back, I can't dodge it. So Issei had to think. He made a dangerous maneuver, he turned off his engines to move over the air, which managed to sneak behind the enemy. Yellow 1, but what? Ghost Squad, like. Issei did not wait and threw 4 XMAS against the 2. Yellow 1, help. Interference. Ghost Squad, Mirda interference. Ghost 1, shit. Ghost Squad, let's start retreating. This is getting out of control. But his last companion was knocked down. Ghost 1, demons here. Ghost Leader, my companions have been shot down. I returned to the base. Liberty 1, damn to all the staff, we withdrew. I repeat, we withdrew, this mission has been aborted. Both the super weapon and the last survivor of the Ghost Squad retire. End of music. D-Drag, what withdraw? Well, at least I don't know why, but they did it right. Return to base. Issei, just barely. Volley, we taught them a valuable lesson. Sona, exactly. I thought it was our end. But nevertheless, they received another transmission from the AWACS. D-Drag, wait, I think we detected an unidentified aircraft. Issei, what of ours or of the rebels? D-Drag, I don't know, track your signal. So the three went looking for that signal, but they saw nothing more than an F-14D. D-Drag, a plane, a red plane. Issei, Then the F-14D is directed against Issei. Issei, why does it say danger in my cabin? What's going on? Volley, beware, this is about to attack. Music, Ace Combat 3D Cross Rumble Original Soundtrack, Zone of Endless. The F-14D only passed over them and did not attack. Issei, but why doesn't it attack? Volley, hey dad, what the hell is this guy doing? Sona, I don't know, but beware, team. The three planes left to intercept the F-14D. D-Drag, a red plane, those colors, I hadn't seen one before. Issei tries to hit it with a simple missile, but the Tomcat makes a move. Issei, lightning. D-Drag, watch out, Issei, he has sneaked in behind you. But the Tomcat was just looking at him from behind. Issei, D-Drag, I don't attack. But what the hell? Then Sona took advantage to attack the Tomcat and leave it damaged. Sona, got it. But wait, why doesn't he make another evasion? Volley, it's weird, this guy is not like the rebels. The Tomcat is heading against Issei, but he still does not attack. Issei, damn, why does he look at us and doesn't do anything to us? He then makes the Cobra move to sneak behind the Tomcat and damage it, causing the F-14D to come out of smoke and suffer damage. Volley, that's it. Okay, Sona, it's not long now. But just as he was about to destroy it, the radar indicated that the F-14D Tomcat had disappeared. D-Drag, what retire? Sona, what? Volley, oh, old man, but. End of music. Issei was speechless. I didn't know why that Tomcat withdrew from there and why it couldn't attack. The F-14D Tomcat was damaged and headed for base. It was shown with serious damage and the same emblem saying UPEO. Zoe, no squadron, UPEO forces. And the F-14D only makes its way to its personal base, disappearing into the skies. Himamoto, Kestrel 2, February 2, 2012. In the operations room, the AWACS was making its mission result. D-Drag, well, guys, we seem to have avoided a catastrophe right now. Although we did not know why they had sent that superweapon and attempted a bombing, we are investigating the case. But we also gained time to code the superweapon, which apparently is an unknown type of destroyer, which we will explain later. And also congratulate them for having defeated the Ghost and Yellow squads, although the Ghost leader fled. Don't worry, we won't see it for a long time. But what worries us now is the red plane. Although his painting was very strange, intelligence will also investigate that and why I do not attack them. End of report and music. The pilots said nothing and withdrew. Outside the aircraft carrier, the three pilots have been looking at the afternoon sky, which has calmed them. Volley, wow, the tip of the sun, which pleases me in the afternoons. Issei, I say the same thing. When the sun goes down, you can only appreciate the sunset. Sona, that's what I say. The bright light of the sun reminds us of all the happiness we have. Issei, yes. Then the AWACS appeared. Volley, Papa, what are you doing here? D-Drag, I'll ignore that. Issei, I think we will have to take swift action. Remember when I mentioned B-side oils? Issei, yes, why? D-Drag, apparently they are going to try to take as much oil as possible, since they quickly detected an object hidden among the oil. Issei, and what is it? D-Drag, the worst, the possible V3. The three pilots were shocked. They recalled the last moments of the war between Valahia and IUPF, where the first Valahia tried to recreate a new order using those atomic bombs. Now its worst nuclear weapon returns. Kestrel 2, outside the base of Nakama Island, February 5, 2012, 6:30 a.m. In Issei's room, he kept muttering between dreams and then woke up suddenly when he saw his nightmare, and he was breathing in a brutal way. He couldn't get those events out of his head. Although he woke up, he also woke up Citri next to him. Sona Issei. He looked at his companion and gave her a smile. Issei, I'm fine, Sona. Just a dream. Sona, a dream. Issei, yes, just a dream. Sona, which? He didn't want to let Citri read his thoughts, so he had to lie. Issei, just a dream. Nothing else. Sona, I understand. Then they got up to take their clothes and go to their post. Sona Issei. I also had a similar dream. Issei, really? Sona, yes, but I don't want to mention it. He just looked sad. But she smiled and hugged him. Sona, but it doesn't matter. I'm with you. Then the two went out with their pilot suits and left to go to the operations center, but in the middle outside, they saw two doctors carrying a wounded soldier with third burns, while Volley accompanied them. Issei, God. Sona, Volley. He looked at his friends and became nervous. Sona, what happened? Volley, bad. They detonated a medium-range explosion and Issei from Kami Amakusa. Volley, yes. In the Hatanakama area, that's where the explosion originated. Sona, how many were injured? Saying that, he looked with a lowered head. Volley, they all died there. None lived to tell the tale. Sona, shit. Issei, damn. Volley, I say the same thing. Anyway, we have to go fast. There's time for D-Drag before this gets ugly. The three then rushed to the operating room. 7:00 a.m. D-Drag was watching news and broadcasts about the Hat Nakama explosion, and in fury, he couldn't believe it for seconds. They killed 1,000 people there, including civilians, half of the Southern forces, and their own forces. Who could do such a sin in the face of all this? Then the Dragonist squadron arrived. D-Drag Issei. Issei, I see that today is not your day. D-Drag, not everybody. You've heard it. Sona, exactly that explosion. D-Drag, not only that. 1,000 people. The three were raging even through the roof. D-Drag, the only thing left for us is to defend that area. We have to stop any threat in a hurry, otherwise, we want this to happen. And elsewhere, we'll have F-18E for you three. Volley, at last. D-Drag, but that doesn't mean you crash it like it's your Volley car. That made Issei and Sona laugh. Volley, Papa, that's not fun. For me, yes. Volley, bah. He stood idly by, as a sign of surrender. Issei, how much did the operation and report cost? D-Drag, 11 a.m. Sona will be back soon. D-Drag, they have permission to retire. The three left without saying anything. 10:30 a.m. Meanwhile, Issei was in the hangar watching the Super Hornets, where he was placing the UGBM and XMAA, but what he saw without realizing it was that there was another F-18E, but its colors were red and black, with an emblem of a vampire with its fangs bloodied, as if it had attacked a victim. Issei, wait, a vampire. Why a vampire? Or will it be another member? This one desperately went to ask his operator but ran into a young man. Unknown Issei Og. The two fell to the ground and then got up. Unknown, excuse me. Issei, no problem. The two then went to run to their respective places. 10:55 a.m. D-Drag was ready to give the report, but Issei arrived first. D-Drag, good. Issei, question. D-Drag Dagala. Issei, there's another Super Hornet in our hangar, is it anyone else? The operator was silent for a while and then scratched his head. D-Drag, we have not heard from new allies. Are you sure? Issei, very sure. I had checked the hangar to see our F-18E and saw that there was a fourth Hornet with the colors and shape of a vampire. He was frustrated by what I mentioned. D-Drag, shit. Okay, Issei, I'll go ask if we have new recruits. I hope this doesn't get worse. Also, call your friends, in 5 minutes, the report begins. Issei, sir. And they said goodbye with a military salute and left each for their part. 11 a.m. Issei and his friends left for the report, and then D-Drag appeared to give the report. D-Drag, all set. Not bad. The part of Kami Amakusa, Hat Nakama, was shown. D-Drag, it turned out that our emails have become more than a newspaper. At 6 a.m., they started a mid-range explosion that killed 1,000 people at this time, including civilians, soldiers, and their own rebel forces. Everyone was furious at that. D-Drag, it was not known where that missile was launched, but we are finding out about its launch. But what we are asking about is why they are eliminating any evidence from the oil areas, which are possibly hiding the secret nuclear weapon of the Japanese, the V3. And it was shown on the screen. D-Drag, this thing was a nuclear model of the V2, but nevertheless, it could destroy any country or eliminate it off the map, which could cause chaos if it fell into the wrong hands. That's why we're going to intercept those cruise missiles before they damage more oil fields. Then we'll talk about that missile. Issei, your squad is ready. And Issei stood with his friends. D-Drag, well, they will defend these oil areas, but they will also alert the ground rebels as well. Although they should also be careful when they launch the Dragonist bombs, there are also civilian areas there. Let's take off. We cannot allow the number of innocent lives to increase. Then everyone went to their posts to start the operation. But while D-Drag was ready, a soldier appeared to warn him of something. Allied soldier D-Drag. D-Drag, yes. Allied soldier, I want to inform you of something. So they stayed to talk about something important. Kami Amakusa, Hat Nakama. February 5, 2012. 1:25 p.m. Issei, Sona, and Volley arrived at their destination, but what they could not stop seeing was the area where the explosion originated. Volley, again, a garbage storm. How can this day get worse? D-Drag, I know. All we can ask is for this to come from the clouds. Okay, I think we have sighted 5 enemies, 4 fighters, and 1 apparently a missile. They come from the east to 3 miles. Issei soon spotted 4 fulcrums and 1 cruise missile that had already been launched. Issei, I see them. Volley, apparently, I think that missile is going to. D-Drag, Issei, we have code red. They have permission to destroy those bandits in the missile. That the missile does not reach the oil areas. Issei, received. Issei squadron, open arms. Sona, received. Fox 3, and Sona deployed 4 XMAS that destroyed 2 fulcrums, and the other 2 evaded him. Rebel Pilot 1, shit, the Allied forces. Rebel Pilot 2, they are the ones who backed up to the Liberty 1. Rebel Pilot 1, it doesn't matter, we're going for them. Issei, Volley, take care of those who dispersed. Sona and I will go for the cruise missile. Volley, okay, come on, Migs, it's time for the dance. While Volley dueled with the remaining 2, Issei and Sona went for the missile and managed to destroy it in time with only machine gun bursts. Sona is out of play. D-Drag, don't give up. Contact northeast, 5 miles. 5 more appeared on the radar. This time it was 4 fish beds with another cruise missile. Issei, can I? Sona, I would be offended if you didn't. Issei, well, Fox 3. When Issei launched the XMAA, the result was different. He destroyed the 4 fish beds in just 10 seconds. Issei, Sona. Sona with permission. And the cruise missile was shot down. Volley here, Lucifer, back to formation. Sona, how quickly did you have fun with them? Volley, what? You want me to go back to base and Issei, both of you should focus. Discuss when we finish the mission. Volley 3. Sona 2. Received. Then 7 enemies were seen on the radar. More contacts, this time with more than 6 miles. Issei analyzed them and saw that they were not good at all. Issei, typhoons. Volley, shit, really? How on earth did the European forces give Eurofighters to these bastards? Issei, I don't know, just go get them. Volley, I'm going there. And the 3 launched their standard missiles, shooting down 3 typhoons, and then a dogfight ensued. At one point, a typhoon got behind Issei. Rebel Pilot 1, I've got it at 6. Then Issei executed an evasive maneuver and was behind the enemy. Rebel Pilot 1, shit. And those were his words before he was knocked down. D-Drag Issei, the missile is ready to attack an oil area, fast. Then Issei hit the missile quickly and managed to shoot it down. The Issei missile was shot down. Volley, the rest are withdrawn. Sona, wait, 4 more. And he saw that it was 2 fulcrums with 2 cruise missiles. Issei, damn, team. 2 missiles. Sona, I'm going for the missile. Volley, help the princess, I'll go get these bastards. Then Volley dispersed to hit the 4 planes, while Issei went for the cruise missile. Issei, come on. Then I shoot the missile, destroying it. Issei, bingo. Sona, Issei, look. Issei, what? Here began the worst. The missile it destroyed dispersed in 2. Issei, God. I launched their XMAS and destroy them in time. Issei, D-Drag, the missile scatters when we shoot it down. D-Drag, shit. Squadron, be alert. Possibly the missiles are trying to do the dirtiest trick in history, so launch the XMAA if necessary. Sona, got it. Then they spotted 5 more. D-Drag, more enemies. Volley, these are not so good, they are worse than beginner training. Issei, more typhoons. Volley, shit, really? Where do they come from? And the Dragonist squadron went in formation to continue intercepting. Issei, go for the missile. Volley welcomed me back to dance. Sona, you're 2, and I the rest. They dispersed to finish off the typhoons, while Issei went for the missile. Issei, Fox 1. And I destroyed the missile, but it dispersed, and 2 missiles came out that were going for different targets. Issei, not this time. I launched 2 XMAA, who destroyed the missiles on the spot. Issei, clean threat. Sona, fighters shot down. D-Drag, more contact. 8. The situation got worse, it was seen from afar, and he saw with horror 4 Fahrenheit 14 DS and 2 Fahrenheit 16 CS with 2 cruise missiles. Issei, damn. Then Issei launched 4 XMAS against them, 2 Tomcats fell, 1 Falcon less, and destroyed a missile, but it dispersed into 3. Issei, God. Volley, go for the others, I'm going for the missiles. Sona, the missile is mine, go against the fighters. The 3 were quickly against everything. Issei managed to sneak in against the first Falcon, which lasted only 5 seconds of the fight, and went for the Tomcats, who did not leave him easy. But that bought more time for Volley and Sona to destroy the missiles. Issei missiles shot down. D-Drag, there are no more missile attacks. Good job. But then a transition was heard from the ground. Civil radio, the northern forces are attacking with heavy artillery, soldiers are appearing out of nowhere, and many people are being attacked by the northerners without. That alerted everyone. D-Drag, Issei, look east, on the ground. Issei saw and realized the situation. Issei, tanks. Sona, shit, we'll have to deal with ground attacks. D-Drag, Issei, the rebel team is using trucks with explosives and tanks with protection. Volley, Issei, the tanks are yours, Sona, and I will go for the rest from the air. Issei, thank you. Then Issei's F-18E was for the first ground assault, consisting of 4 tanks and 1 explosive truck. D-Drag, Issei, if you destroy the truck, you can destroy the entire ground force there. Be careful where you drop the bombs. Issei, okay. He flew to the first position to attack, but remembering how there were civilian areas, he decided to save the UGBMs for later and use the machine gun as a last resort. Issei, here I come. And I destroyed a truck that I had there with explosives, which I easily did. Issei's first outpost was destroyed. D-Drag, more are coming. But with AA, Issei, shit. Then Issei had to force Plan B to throw his bombs against the enemies, but this caused damage to the cannons and tanks. The truck was still standing but damaged, although he did not bother to finish it with his machine guns. D-Drag, Issei, 2 more groups, you have to get serious. Issei, I'm going. Sona, I accompany you. And Issei quickly managed to finish off 1 ground group and go for the other, but the forces were exterminated by Citri, who launched 2 UGBMs to destroy them. Issei, thank you. Volley, Issei, the rebels leave the airspace, but more ground forces appear. D-Drag, Issei, you will have to be very careful. Let your squad use machine guns to avoid damage. Issei, okay. Squadron, Plan B. Sona, only a machine gun. Issei, no civilian damage. Sona, I understand. Then Issei sighted more ground forces, this time in 3 groups. Issei, Sona, Volley, go for them. No bombs. Volley, Issei. Issei, -3. Volley, shit, why the hell then the bombs? Issei reserves them when they are not hidden among civilian buildings. A bad laugh was then heard from Volley, and then he came back to his senses. Volley received. Then the 3 used all the concentrated fire against the trucks and gradually cleared the area quickly. D-Drag, Issei, the last one, comes, but they carry SAAMs. Volley, Issei, ready. Issei, all to the account of 3. Sona 1. Volley 2. Issei 3. The 3 again flew in formation and mercilessly attacked the next group, but they threw deflectors and flares so that the SAM would not disturb their day. In the end, the group was eliminated. D-Drag destruction of confirmed groups. Withdraw. Volley good. This is how the garbage is taken out. Sona, I don't detect any more enemies. Clean radar. Issei off, just barely. But something was not right at all. He saw that his radar kept coming out of the missile alert. Issei, huh? Then he saw from his right a formation group, and he didn't see if they were going to attack or just to see. But what he didn't realize was that a missile was launched from farther away, but he didn't detect it until his radar saw that a launch appeared from afar. Issei, shit. Launch from afar, to the east. Sona where? Volley fuck. This is not going well. And the AWACS were sighted in time. D-Drag Issei. Cruise missile launch. I think it's the last one. It's in the east. Intercepted now. Issei, okay. The three quickly took the thrusters and went for the missile. Issei, I got it. Sona, knock it down. With lightning, he fired all his missiles and special weapons, and in the end, a burst of machine guns destroyed him forever. Issei DRRI. But the missile gave off a big explosion suddenly and strongly, and that made the pilots try to evade it in time. Issei, but Sona, shit. Volley god. Then the three witnessed that explosion, and Issei remembered what Volley said. That missile was going for the oil areas as well. Issei, god, that missile. No, D-Drag Issei, we've seen it all. Return to base immediately. Issei received. The 3 F-18Es withdrew without saying anything. Kestrel 2, Operating Room, February 5, 2012, 5:00 p.m. D-Drag appeared and gave the report. D-Drag, okay. The oil zones are safe, and no one waited for a second explosion. But what I didn't understand was that they had launched only small missiles and then launched a powerful missile that could see it finish against those oil areas. That doesn't matter. But anyway, as promised, we'll talk about the V3. Music Ace Combat 5, Briefing 2. The V3 is a model almost similar to the V2 nuclear warhead type, but this was a banished model for a few reasons. The nuclear weapon had a lot of explosion that was not medium, but was a more powerful one, and radioactivity that could wipe out not only the country but also a continent. Like so, a simulator of a complete map of the Earth was shown. If the missile launches into North America, it could wipe out Alaska, Canada, the United States, and half of Mexico. If it is throughout Europe, it would be almost as far as eastern Russia and North Africa. And on other continents, the worst. Key points in red circles are shown on the map as a sign of destruction. This weapon is worse than a V2 nuclear bomb. It was discovered in 2005, right in the crisis of World War III. However, forces allied to Europe managed to destroy it in less than unexpected ways, closing this madness forever. But the bad news is that the plans were recovered years ago, and apparently our people got them with the purpose that nobody was going to use them or know about them. Serious mistake. With the help of this rebellion, they have, in a few days, reached the phase of the apocalypse. We will have to stop this at once. If those in the north use it, millions of people will pay the consequences. End of music and information. D-Drag, they can withdraw. And let us pray that we will put an end to this madness. Everyone went to do their homework. Kestrel 2, Issei's quarter, February 5, 2012, 7:25 p.m. Issei was getting ready to sleep, but he had to wait for Sona for his excuse. I can't sleep for you. She always goes to my room. What does she want from me? Something about, I do not know, life or something. I thought, and meanwhile, I couldn't sleep until she came. Then Citri came in, and she was only wearing normal pajamas. What was more strange was that his face was flushed. Sona, can I sleep with you? Issei, okay. With a simple smile, she sat next to Issei. Sona, Issei, excuse me if I interrupt you. Issei, no matter. Sona, just stay if you like sleeping with me so much. Sona, I understand. Issei started to turn off the lights, then they lay down, and Issei tried not to look at her. Sona, good evening. Issei, you too. They closed their eyes and buried themselves in a deep sleep. Tokyo International Airport, February 5, 2012, 8:00 p.m. A red Su-35, with crystalline parts painted green and an emblem of a demon with a murderous face, whose name is GREMORY, landed after a demonstration and test of armoring. The Su-35 entered the hangar, and from there came a pilot with long red hair, like spilled blood, and eyes of a green color who wore a very terrifying smile. That pilot, nothing else, was the one who launched the missile almost by the refineries and would have failed if it were not for the intervention of the Air Force. Nothing else was Riaz Gremory. Death in person. D-Drag, Sona, and Volley are watching in bed where Issei is, in an unconscious state after the crash landing that almost cost him his life. They were still shocked and desperate at the surprise attack by the rebel forces, which no one saw coming. Aircraft Carrier Kestrel 2, February 12, 2012, 9:45 a.m. Issei was still looking at the blue sea. Then, I go into the hangar to look at his Super Hornet. With only a few missiles, some SOMs, and removing the UBGMs, it turned into an aerial interceptor instead of a multi-role. Then an Allied soldier appeared. Allied soldier Issei, we have news. Issei, I'm going. He went to receive them. He thought something was worse. Operations Center. D-Drag was on the radio, intercepting the transition. They listen. This man, we have not identified by. But I try again to encode it with another signal number, Ale. And I end up closing the signal. Then they became curious. Issei, what happened? D-Drag, they sent us a distress message around 7 a.m. in Kumamoto. The audio was static and could not recover everything completely. They had said there was something unidentified, but it's not clear what it was. Sona is possibly Liberty 1. D-Drag impossible. Also, as the audio was interfered with, it is not known what the message means. Volley, we will have to go. Issei, we will only go with standard missiles and SAAMs. The XMIA and UGBM will be saved for future operations. Sona, got it. D-Drag, we go in the afternoon. For now, rest and wait for new orders. They can withdraw. Issei, sir. They were given a military dismissal and retired. In the dining room, the Dragoness team was still having their breakfast while they talked and discussed what happened yesterday. Issei, I still didn't think that was a bomb of mass destruction. Sona, not me. Volley, what motherfuckers. An explosion was not enough, and they wanted to repeat the same thing but with another detonation. Sona, but as it is. I was going to want to hesitate until D-Drag showed up. D-Drag nuclear warhead type called Trinity. What? The three said. D-Drag, it's a type of nuclear bomb that originated in Africa. Although what demotivates me is how they could find out about that bomb. Issei, you mean how they got it? D-Drag, exactly. Like the Su-35 seconds, typhoons, and all kinds of weaponry. We are taking the risk that the rebels are not alone. They thought for a few seconds and were furious after a while. More problems. Issei, cowards. Sona, impossible. Volley, great. We broke the iceberg, and it turned out that there was more ice. D-Drag, exactly. Our forces are communicating with the other countries to see if they have any idea why they are helping these traitors. Issei, make it quick. We don't want to have crossfire in the end. The operator left without saying more and continued with their recent activities. Volley, I don't like this at all. Sona, neither. Issei are the worst. Let them ambush us. Then they looked at each other with fear, and he reassured them. Issei, we better finish our meal. We will have the discussion later. And they continued with the meal without arguing further. Kumamoto Air Force Base, February 12, 2012, 1:45 p.m. On the runway, there were 10 MiG-31 seconds, no pilots or anything. At that moment, pilots appear there, returning for their fighters, apparently with a few smiles but not friendly. In them was a boy with bristly orange hair. They did something on that basis. In the heavens, Issei and his friends quickly went to Kumamoto Air Base, where he went to contact the tower. Issei, tower, here, Dragoness 1, do you receive me? The tower did not respond for up to 5 seconds. Issei, tower. Then a voice appeared, apparently from the control tower. Tower, here, control tower, are you Issei? Issei, yes. Tora, what's the problem? Something I didn't know about that. What problem? Then Issei went to give the answer, but falsely. Issei, we're going to land. Then the tower responded. Tower permission was granted. It can land. Issei, okay. Squadron, preparing to land. Volley received. Then they opened the wheels of the planes to start landing. But then he saw something very strange. Some MiG-31. Issei, Tora, a question, why are there planes on the runway? No response. Something was wrong. Issei, tower. Sona, we need answers, tower, which make avio. And they realized they're taking off. Volley, detour. Issei, squad, dismiss. All three managed to evade the takeoffs of the MiGs. Sona, what happened? Then the AWACS noticed. D-Drag, Issei, I'm having contact with the squadron that takes off. Wait for me to open the signal. And a voice was heard, but somewhat young. Unknown pilot, Issei, it's you. Then Issei recognized that voice. Issei, wait a minute, Melodies. Melodies, yes, it's me. Sorry for the quick takeoff, but we were in a hurry. Volley, and why didn't they tell us before? This one gave a friendly laugh. Melodies, I'm really sorry. Issei thought for a moment, and he had already realized one thing. Issei, Melodies, could you answer for what happened here? No response. Issei, Melodies. Then the control tower responded. Tower, Issei, we have an emergency. Issei, what happens to Tora? Rook, various enemy contacts. Possibly rebel fighters. Issei, D-Drag, analyze. D-Drag, several contacts. There are 2 groups of 4 Tomcats. Issei, shit. Sona will have to go after them. Then they went to attack the groups of Tomcats, who responded with pure XMAA to their alerts. Issei, I don't like this at all. Volley, I say the same thing. This smells bad to me. Sona will start attacking. Then we will solve this later. In the battle, Sona managed to destroy 2 Tomcats in seconds so that another group appeared to attack them. Issei, here comes another one. Volley, shit, they don't get tired. D-Drag, Issei, what is the situation? Issei, more bandits. Any problems? Then D-Drag sees something on his radar. D-Drag, I see a squad. Apparently composed of 6 F-15 degrees Celsius Eagles. Go see them after cleaning the area. Issei, okay. Volley received. Let's finish this. Issei started chasing a Tomcat to knock it down in 5 seconds, and then made an evasive move to eliminate 2 Tomcats that were on his back. Volley went to chase a Tomcat, knocking it down, and then followed up with another. Sona went to ask the tower for a while. Sona, Tora, what happened with Melodius? But nevertheless, he did not give an answer. Sona, tower. She then began to doubt. Sona, what's going on here? Volley, don't ask, we're going for our mission. Issei then became suspicious of something. Issei, D-Drag, try to make contact with Melodius. Something is wrong. D-Drag that was going to do, but it disappeared on the spot. He was heading north. That began to account for something. D-Drag, this smells bad to me. Issei, that's what I say. And they continued against the other remaining Tomcats in the area. Issei, by the way, do you know the idea of the Eagles squad? D-Drag, I will give you more information if you inspect them. Issei received. Volley. Issei, we have to end this. Issei, come on. Then, in about 2 minutes, they managed to shoot down the remaining enemies, clearing the area. D-Drag. Issei, I'm updating the area, and the Eagle's squadron appears with other aircraft. Possibly it is an escort. Issei received. And what about Melodies? D-Drag, I'm trying that. But nevertheless, there is no signal or transmission from the plane to him. Your IFF may not work. Issei, something still smells bad to me, he thought, but he had no choice but to go for the Eagles. Just as they approached, they heard a voice. Unknown pilot who answered this signal, please. D-Drag, I'm signaling with the squadron with you. Wait. Then they saw the 7 eagles, which had several very strange colors. They even had on their tips the head, an image of mythical or legendary beings. And in the cues, they came with a mask of a different type, and in the letters, it said Phantom. Phantom Squadron, 20th Task Force, Allied Forces Corps alias, the Phantom Thieves. Unknown pilot, we have an answer. D-Drag, I am the AWACS Director of the Allied Forces. If they do not state their intentions, they will be declared hostile and will be shot down. Then one of the eagles responded. Unknown pilot, we are the Phantom Squadron. We are also part of the Allied Forces. We have not come to fight anyone. We have only come to look for a shelter or a base to land on. We have been attacked before by a group of foxhound fighters. This caused Issei to realize the disappearance of Melodius. Issei, here is Issei of the Dragoness Squadron, also of the Allied Forces. We understand your situation. We will go to see if the tower will let them land. Phantom Squadron received, thanks a lot. Issei, okay. Tower, here is Issei. Tora, what's going on? Issei, there are some transports wanting to land. We ask for your permission. In a few moments, the tower responded negatively. Tower negative. They can't land. Issei, what? Phantom Squadron, really? Allied transport, we need to land. We are running out of fuel, and we are on staff. He gave the same answer. Tower negative. They can't land. Volley, but what the hell? Issei, it doesn't matter. Land anyway. Persona, we will help you. Phantom Squadron received, you can land, guys. D-Drag. Issei, we have contacts. 8 Su 27 seconds. Issei, rebels. Then another operator appeared. AWACS ally here at AWACS Oracle. I'm Futaba Secura, so I'll give more details in the area. I'm here to help you. D-Drag, thank you, Oracle. I will help you if necessary. Oracle, count on us. Issei, well, the introduction's on land, let's go. And the 2 squadrons went to shoot down the Sakwa. Sona, by the way, we saw some foxhounds on the runway, do you know? Squadron person, yes. There were 10 of them, and they would almost knock us down if it weren't for the safe zone. Issei, now I understand everything. As I shot down another Su-27, I heard a voice. Melodies. Issei, hear Melodies. Issei, what the hell is going on there, Melodius? Why are you attacking an allied group? He did not respond to what Issei said. Issei, Melodies. Volley, I don't know, Issei. Sona was chasing another Su-27, but an eagle shot him down before her. Sona, good demolition. Phantom Squad, as you say, little princess. Sona, what? That gave all the drivers a few laughs. Issei, concentrate. Sona 2, I'll pretend I don't hear that. D-Drag. Issei, something happens in the IFF of the 10 MiGs, they are putting themselves in hostile. Oracle, and they're coming. After destroying the Su-27 seconds, they went for the general situation. On radar, he saw 10 MiGs 31 seconds appearing. It was Melodius and his squadron. Issei, well, I'll try to communicate with them. D-Drag. Okay, I'll pass the signal on to them. Issei, okay. Melodies, could you explain why you attacked this squad? They don't respond, but they launch missiles at them. Issei, beware. Volley, but what? Phantom Squad, shit. Then they saw that this was not going well at all. Something was going to happen. Issei, Melodies, state your intentions at once. Volley, shit, I'm being fixed. And a MiG-31 tried to shoot down an F-15 degrees Celsius but failed in its attempt. Squad person, they attack us. Issei, Melodies, 4. Then Volley gave the friendly fire signal. Volley, friendly fire. Be careful, friendly fire. Issei, Melodies, what the fuck is going on? Your friend doesn't respond at all. Sona, apparently, he is with the rebels. Issei, shit to all units, the squadron that is attacking us is hostile. I repeat, the squadron is hostile. Volley, damn, I hate it when they reveal their true royalty. Issei, go for them. And they started the attack. Joker here. Joker, shoot yourself and attack all the hostiles. Phantom Squad received Joker. Allied pilot, allied fire. Issei managed to shoot down 2 foxhounds who attempted to shoot down an allied pilot. Sona, watch out, the enemy is fixing you. Allied pilot, I'm going to turn. Phantom Squadron, they are attacking us. I repeat, they are shooting us. Sona, hold on, let's get on with it. And Issei achieved a takedown. D-Drag. Issei, watch out for the foxhounds. They are very fast, but in braking, they are very bad. Try to give them at the right time. Issei, got it. Volley, there are 9 left, get serious. Then Issei saw that a foxhound had cornered him. D-Drag. Dragoness 1, you have 1 in your tail. Issei, shit. Then I tried to maneuver as much as possible, but this one kept sticking to it. Issei, I can't take it off. And an eagle got behind the rebel fighter. Phantom Squadron, leave it to me. He launched a SOM that managed to damage the engines of the MiG so that it was destroyed by shrapnel from the cannon. Issei, thank you. I owe you 1. Phantom Squadron, thanks later. Let's continue with this. Issei, okay. Volley, these bastards are not like any rebels. His MiGs are only as strong as his speed. Sona, that's why it's impossible to shoot them down. Not even our planes can hit the target because of their damn engines. Phantom Squadron, that's what I say. The battle became more tense when the MiGs managed to shoot down 3 Allied aircraft while only 2. Then Issei tried an idea, but it was stupid. Issei, squad, I have an idea. Volley, well, spit it out. Issei, let one of you distract the foxhounds, and then the rest attack from behind. Volley, it sounds like a hook in the trap. Issei, we will have to try. But the Phantoms had the option of being the baits. Joker, we take care of it. Skull, Queen, and Noir distract the rebels to give them time to attack. Skull, got it, Captain. Queen received. Noir, okay. Then 3 of the Eagles went for the MiGs, but it was a lure for the pursuers, and the other allies could attack them by surprise. Joker, our companions have managed to distract them, but they will not hold for long. Oracle, if we don't shoot them down, we won't be able to give them another chance for a counterattack. Issei, okay. Then Issei went for 2 MiGs who kept cornering Skull. With his advantage, Issei launched 2 SOMs at each of them to damage the engines and then 2 standard missiles to shoot them down. Skull, thank you. D-Dray, there are 6 left. Queen, I can't contain them. They have me in the shot. Issei, hold on, let's go. He then began to chase the other 3 MiGs who had cornered Queen. Volley, I'm going with you. His companion launched 2 missiles at one of the foxhounds, who knocked him out of action, only to be destroyed again by Citri's cannon. Sona, enemy was destroyed. Issei, good shot. And following the pace of the chase, he managed to shoot down a foxhound with his cannon, while Volley launched a SOM and another normal missile to shoot down the other. Issei, bandits were eliminated. Queen, thank you. I owe you one. Oracle, 3 left. Then Noir's radio was played. Noir, I can't take it anymore. They keep cornering me. Joker, Noir is in trouble, we need to help her. Fox, here Fox. I'm on my way. Sona, me too. Then the 3 chased the remaining MiGs, who kept chasing Noir non-stop. Issei launched a SOM to damage one of the foxhounds, so that Citri managed to knock it down with his cannon. Sona, there is only 1 left. Fox, it's mine. He launched 2 standard missiles to damage the foxhound, but this parachute jumped before it was destroyed. D-Drag enemies were neutralized. Issei and Melodies. D-Drag, it's gone. Oracle, wait, I'm picking up a signal. In the mouth of the devil spoke. Melodies, at the end, they realized everything. Do you receive me? Issei. Issei, what the fuck have you done against us? I throw out a very mocking laugh and then answer the following. Melodies, nada Issei. I myself marked my pact with the devil. Volley, with the rebels. Melodies, exactly. Issei, damn you, and I thought you were one of us. Melodies, that was before Issei. Now this is the future. Volley, what the fuck are you talking about? Sona, and what is that supposed future talking about? Melodies, you'll understand soon, Citri. And so do you, Volley. Right now, our leader is going to finish them personally. Especially to you, Issei. Sona, traitor. Volley, bastard. Then a warning was soon heard from one of the Awaks. Oracle, a squad is coming in a hurry. But then he reacted in shock when he saw the name of the squad. Oracle, shit, it's the Gremory squad. What? Everyone began to be alarmed. Issei was silent and scared. He thought he escaped his fate to avoid being found by her. That same supposed person who had entrusted her so much, had loved her, and had treated her as an important person has now turned into a being of destruction. And I look on your radar for more context. It was her, the same person who was hunting him in the nightmare. Ria's Gremory. Issei, no she. Everyone was shocked to hear of Issei's condition. Sona, Issei. Joker, do you know her? Issei, it's real. And a pack of red and black colors was seen next to a Su-35 with the same red tone but whose tip and wings were green. In his company, there were 2 typhoons of light blue color, with a golden cross on the tip of the tail, and the other of lead purple color, with rays of lightning. 2 Fahrenheit 15E strike eagles with white, yellow, and white celestial colors. 2 MiG-29 seconds of black-white colors, and 6 Fahrenheit 16 CS of black color. He realized that now he was panicking. Rias, here are the traitors. Or rather, the cowards. Sirzech, you're right about that, Rias. GREMORY Squadron. 6th Task Force, 66th Flying Wing, Corps of the Northern Forces. The Crimson Killers. Akina, well, so are the goals you said. Sirzech, exactly. Another thing, is it true that this supposed fiancé of yours, Issei Hayaru? Fuck, said Penso Issei. Rias, exactly. Thanks to the Talon squad, I was informed that this supposed traitor is with those losers. I leave that to all the allies to think about. Volley like shit. Instead, D-Drag realized one thing. D-Drag, so on that mission, God. Sona, what a thing. Then the elite rebel squad entered the battle zone. Kaneko orders. Sirzech, yes. Pawns, rooks, horses, and bishops take care of the phantom thieves. Received. His wingmates said. Sirzech, Rias, with me. We will go for Issei Hayaru. Citri, damn, get out of here as soon as possible. But I hear that in Ria's ears. Rias, ah, Citri, my old friend. And I assumed you were with us. Citri, but what? Then he saw Ria's Su-35 sneak behind the F-18E Citri. Citri, damn, you're fixing me. Lucifer doesn't like that. Volley, keep her away from my slutty friend. Sirzech, so, my dear friend Lucifer. A hindrance to our nation. I hope you know how to face me. Volley, shit. The Pac-Fa was fixing it for Volley as well. Volley, I need help. Issei still fled in fear. I didn't know what to do. 2 of his friends are in danger of Rias and his brother. And not only that, the Phantom Squad is being cornered by their former comrades, who had trusted and loved them so much. It was between a rock and a hard place. I had to decide something. Otherwise, and in that moment, I hear voices from their dreams. Issei, you have to do something. You can't let more lives be taken. Save us. Don't leave us. Trembled. Because you abandoned us. You are a coward. I couldn't. You are a disgrace. I had to do something. Then, Issei no. He threw a psalm towards the pack fa to let him damage his best friend, who evaded him easily but managed to get some time for Volley to get out of that fight, and then to chase Rias Su-35 to save Citri from his cruel fate. Rias she felt like she was being hit in the back. Laugh, so it's you, honey, that made him stop fighting. She took the opportunity to make a cobra movement and hit him on the back. Issei shit. Then I tried to evade it with flares, evasive movements, and nothing. She kept chasing him until she said these words. Laughs, I see you in hell, traitorous dragon. And in that, I launch a simple QAM. He felt it was his end. SAAGH. The impact of the missile damaged his engines, and then Rias attacked with his cannon to be able to hit him. At that instant, his brother appeared to help him along with an F-16 degrees Celsius. Searched last words Issei. It was already his end. Although he has saved his friends, he has failed to save himself and all those who died in front of his eyes and dreams. He felt that he was no longer hopeful. Citri Issei is in danger. Joker, we need help. Noir, hold on. We also have several of our 6. Then I just let him float in the sky and close his eyes, waiting for his own destiny with these last words. Issei, I see you in hell. And this with a mockery, he replied. Searches, I thought it was that. Anyway, good night. Unknown, good evening. Then another F-18, black and red, with a vampiric touch, went on the front and launched 4 XMA to the 3 planes that followed Issei, causing the Gremory brothers to evade except for the F-16 degrees Celsius, who died when killed by the missile. Issei, but what? The 2, in rage, saw and recognized that pilot. Searched as you. Rias Gasper, damn coward. Gasper, you say that disgusting bitch. Gasper VLADI, 4th member of the Dragonist Squadron Corps of the Allied Forces. Gasper, you missed me, stupid beast Issei. Is that you? He was left in confusion to see his former squadron wing, Gasper Vladdy, who she was part of Ria's team but had not seen after the war stagnation, now helping him in that full moment. Issei Gasper. Gasper, don't worry, I'll take care of these clowns, instead, help the Phantom. Issei, thank you. Then Issei, even with his Super Hornet damaged, went to separate from the group. Gasper, now it's you and 2. Or rather, the idealistic idiots. He launched another wave of XMAS, and this time, they evaded him, but one of them hit the wing of Searches, which he did not like. Searches, shit, I'm out of combat. And the pack fa withdrew without further ado. There was only Rias Su-35. Gasper, good night, stupid. Now, Rias, how does it feel to be the biggest coward in this universe? Rias, how cowardly you are. I thought we had murdered you when you tried to betray us. How could you survive such a fatal fate so quickly? Gasper, better learn to kill a traitor. Rias, well, because with me, you failed. Between the fights of the 2 rivals, Gasper managed to give a cobra and then give a burst of shots to the wing of Rias, which was not good for her. Rias, damn. But just as she was about to attempt another attack, she stopped him at Search's call. Search is enough. Rias, we are wounded, and we cannot continue to hunt down. Rias, shit, I agree. She turned right and returned with her brother, whose hunt was coming out in very large smoke. Search's squadron's mission failed. Returned to base, and all his companions returned with him. Searches, we will soon see traitors. Especially you, Issei. Rias, get ready for the next Issei. You will not live for such a short time. And they left with some very evil laughter. Gasper, I hope your lesson serves you well. Issei, it reappeared even with smoke from its engines, along with its other flight wings. Volley Gasper, like hell. Sona, are you still alive? I thought you had died. Gasper, don't worry. On land, I will talk a lot. But now, our situation is about Issei. Sona, I understand. Issei, are you okay? This one, still in a trembling voice, said. Issei, yes, but I need to land. I'm 80% damaged. Volley, wow, that's pain. Issei, the Phantoms have managed to land. So let's go. Volley, agree Issei. Though ahead, we've got you covered. And the 4 left for the runway. Okay, sadly the chapter is over. And if you enjoyed, just leave a like. And subscribe with post notification. So when the next chapter is ready, you will be notified. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.